All right, raindrops. Happy Monday. Sorry. But it's been a busy day. It's been a very, very busy day. All right, so who do we have? Now, Brittany, hey, I did good last week. That was New Year. I was on time. I know I'm 10 minutes late. I apologize. There's a lot going on. My Norway people, I'm so sorry. CPT, Carlos, time. I get it. I apologize. It's very mercurial of me to be this late. I'm giving you guys all American look. Call me Estelle. I'm giving you American boy. All right. Who do we have here tonight? Shout out to Jameson. Jameson made this happen for me. Okay. Jameson has a company. I want to make sure I get the right name because I do believe in not mispronouncing anything. I feel like I know what it is, but I like to be safer than sorry. Okay. It's called Son of James, LA. Son of James. So shout out to Jameson from Los Angeles, Son of James. He made this happen for me. So make sure y'all check this out. He does hats for everybody, a lot of celebrities. Follow him on Instagram, Sons of James LA on IG. So check that out. You know, hi Lionel, hi everybody. Hey Tracy. All right, we have a jam-packed show. We got a jam-packed show. First thing first, I want to say thank you to the NAACP, Love and Marriage Huntsville. After 10 seasons, we finally got an NAACP nomination for Outstanding Reality Program. It took 10 seasons. Thank you to the NAACP, the committee out there who decided to give us this nomination. What's interesting about this, thank you, Raindrops. What's so fascinating about this is, I want to say we're the only like docuseries on the list, which is such a huge accomplishment. I'm looking at the list now. Yeah, we're the only docuseries on the list. So shout out to the cast, the crew, everybody involved in the production. Thank you so many times over. I am grateful to God, first and foremost. And look, we'll see in February if we win. But nonetheless, it's good to be acknowledged, okay? And that makes me so happy. We got Miss Wanda in the building who's going to be joining us to recap the mid-season finale of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Before I bring on Dustin and Blue and Claudia in like 15 minutes, honey, let's address these breaks that Love and Marriage Huntsville has. Although I feel like I say it all the time, apparently, Raindrops, there's people in the world who don't remember things that I say. I don't control scheduling, right? I understand the frustration. I understand that, you know, you get into the groove of the show and then a break happens and you got to wait 2 months. I understand that. But listen, at the end of the day, what I will say is I appreciate you guys for always coming back. And I don't take that for granted. I know it's unorthodox. However, I appreciate you all for returning. We have an amazing 15 more episodes to go, as you saw in the mid-season trailer. But hey, business is business. It has nothing to do with anything creative, the cast, or me, or anything besides the fact that this has been going on for the past 6 years. It's just, it's what it is. But I appreciate you guys for hanging in there. Okay? All right. Thank you. Okay. Let's bring on Blue and Dustin.
What's happening?
How's it going, guys? Blue is back. Happy New
Yay! We missed you, Blue.
I missed y'all so much. I see you guys are freaking frack.
That's
Looking
right.
like double trouble.
No, this is the thing. Dustin and I are the gay version of Drake and Future.
Here we go.
Which one is Drake and which one is Future to you, Blue Toulousema?
Blue Toulousema thinks you're both.
Wow.
I think you're both.
Wow. Okay.
Where's my readers?
Because I know there's shades. There's different shades to both of you.
We're bi-toxic. That's what Blue said.
Yeah, not bi-toxic.
It's kind of hot. Is this a Pride episode? Because technically I am pansexual. Y'all don't ever want to let me claim that, but I am a pansexual person.
Well,
okay,
hell,
so
we
you're
all
Janelle
here.
Monáe. Okay.
It's a rainbow.
Okay. All right, but no, I'm the gay Drake and Dustin is the gay Future.
On the weekend.
Carlos, do you relate with Drake in his entirety, or are there only shades of Drake that as a Libra you're grasping onto?
I am a lover boy.
That's very Libra.
I am charming.
Uh-huh.
I am a giver. I like to create an experience. I like to make sure that I can't wait to hear Dustin's, but I'll if I say this, when you are in a relationship with Carlos King,
oh, not an ad, hit it.
You don't have to use your brain.
Oh, wait a minute. Nobody saw that coming. What's happening? Okay, Carlos. Okay, you're Drake. That is very Drake, actually.
Told you, I'm Drake.
That's very Drake.
I'm Drake. And I own it. I'm Drake.
And Carlos, I will say this though. This is me living in LA. There was one time I was at a function and it was me and some girls just kikiing. And by the end of the night, we all realized I was the only woman in the room who hadn't slept with Drake.
The more you know.
Does that could that be said of you, Carlos? Could there be a function? Could there be a function?
The more you know.
Right.
I don't know. In my defense, I don't know if people will say that about me in the room, but
okay. If there's a group chat, then you are Drake. If there's a group chat.
You mean to tell me, Carlos, if you go in a room with a bunch of your suitors and it's a party, they're not gonna gather around you and surround you on the dance floor and slap high fives like they did Destiny on Love and Marriage Huntsville this week? Is that what you're saying?
Well played.
Listen. I don't kiss and tell. However, that's exactly. I'm giving you guys a peek of what it's like to date me, and that's exactly what it is. But this the gag. I don't date chatty Cathy's either.
Talk about it. That's right. Don't talk about it. How about that?
Yeah.
No. I
Dip your lip if you want to roll your hips. You know what I'm saying?
But we have to get into Dustin being Future.
Fuck, I thought I was gonna make it.
No.
I actually need to hear this case be made out loud.
Okay. Dustin is Future because ladies.
I got it, Los. I got it.
Okay.
So first of all, I think that in a world where people have varying opinions of Future, what's undeniable, right, is that he's a brilliant artist and that his work is loved by many, right? He puts his all into work. A lot of his music is autobiographical. My work means a lot to me as well. Future has had an unforgettable impact on the hearts of many women, albeit toxic or not. This is something that has taken place. And where we differ is I like to be responsible with mine. You know what I'm saying? Well, yes, I've had the brilliant opportunity that I'm so grateful for to connect with many different people in that way and find the beauty of relationship with many different people. I believe in doing that with integrity. And so I'm just so grateful for the opportunity to do so. And I love living my life. And I think that's two of the things that we have in common. We both love fashion. I can't wait to excel and evolve in my career and have access to great stylists. And he was with Isolde, who I love. She's a French singer that I love. He was with her over at Milan Fashion Week. You know, I love a lot of things about Future. And so I like to highlight those similarities. That's what you were going to say, isn't it, Carlos?
Absolutely. 100%, y'all.
Ladies, for those of you who are watching, gentlemen as well, he just futured an explanation of Future.
He did. And that's why he's my brother.
He just gave a Future explanation.
It's the truth.
Yes. It's the accuracy for me. So that's what it is. So Raindrops, I want you guys to know this before we get into Love and Marriage Huntsville. Claudia Jordan is coming on in 10 minutes. We got some announcements for this week. Dustin and I are recapping Traitors.
Yes,
okay,
we are.
So check it out on Patreon if you haven't. Every Friday, we are dropping an episode of our recap of Traitors on Patreon. So sign up to that. And this week, okay, Blue Talusma and I are going to talk about astrology and romance. So that depending on your sign, okay, we're going to go over every sign. And Blue Talusma is going to tell us what to expect in the romance department for 2026. If you're a Libra, an Aries, a Gemini, Capricorn, whatever your sign is, she has her tarot cards and she's going to give us some tea. So
Blue also has Carlos' natal chart.
Uh-oh.
You gonna leave that part out, friend? You just gonna
let the bodies hit the floor, huh?
They always do.
This is why I missed y'all.
I'm gonna watch that. You know, I'm a faithful Patreon subscriber to Carlos King shit and yours. I'm watching that. I can't wait.
No, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So Raindrop, that's why. Listen, we're coming out with some new stuff this year. I love Blue. I love Dustin. Claudia is joining us in a minute. So again, I wanted to tease some stuff that's going on. We do have a jam-packed show tonight. We're going to get into new details about Kandi and Todd's divorce. That has an update that may surprise a lot of you guys. We're also going to get into Potomac episode as well. But first thing first, we have to get into Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay, so before we bring on our guest, Miss Wanda. Miss Wanda's our guest for tonight. Dustin Ross, take it away. Talk to me about Wanda, who is the resident blogger hosting the red carpet. Look at Blue. Hosting the red carpet of an event. Hey, Tisha. Of an event that Tisha and Marceau threw. That was a 80s themed party. Take it away.
First of all, the party looked fun. I would have loved to have been there. And I love the way Marceau described it when he was telling people, but he was like, it's in a gym. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love the way he was describing it. What we saw on that carpet was QTWNA. Okay, questions that Wanda need answered, because that's what she was asking every motherfucker walked past her on that carpet. She didn't give a goddamn if you was married to her child, if you was somebody's cousin. She didn't care. She licked her lips and grunted and growled a little bit at Will when he walked past and said, make a woman want to wish for younger days. You know what I'm saying? Wanda had me rolling. I thoroughly enjoyed Wanda on that mic. Give it to her again. You know what I'm saying? Give her that mic one more time. I enjoyed it.
Wow.
Wanda, let me tell you, I'm gonna tell Wanda when I see her. I'm gonna tell Wanda when we talk to her. But Wanda works when applied the right way. Okay. Wanda's brand of bullshit works when it is utilized properly, because her on that carpet, her personality, that was fun to watch. So I enjoyed it, Carlos. I can't wait to tell her either.
Blue, what were your thoughts on that?
It looks fun. I want to hear Dustin make that noise again. My
Not the
ADHD
noise.
That's what she's making when she's making potatoes and shit on that food truck.
Put that, please. That needs to be
Blew
like
you
a sound.
crazy.
I actually thought the party looked really fun. I've always wanted to do an 80s themed party. I've always wanted to go to like a properly done 80s, 90s, retro, even early 2000s themed party. It looked fun. The conversations were courageous.
They were.
They had some courageous conversations. I ducked during a couple of scenes, like, "Oh, get it again." Yeah.
Not get her again.
It was a lot. It was a lot, Carlos.
I get with you. So listen, Raindrops, give it up for the mother of all mothers of reality television, the one, the only Letitia Scott's mother, Miss Wanda. Wanda, where you at?
Oh, wait.
Wanda? What?
I done clap for air, child. Lord.
This is live television. Where is what?
She coming. She gonna come right back.
Okay, listen. Wanda is a new blogger. Okay, she hasn't purchased the right equipment. I don't know. She understands Wi-Fi, but we're gonna get this together. My team is working with her. Where the comments, Justin, you don't read comments, but the comments.
I'm about to pull up the comments.
What's up, comments? What's up? I told you I'm gonna do an episode where I watch them. I'm gonna do it. Interactive episode.
Oh, Lord,
like, yeah. Oh, okay.
The comments are commenting. My team's gonna figure out what's going on with Miss Wanda. This is why you have to watch Monday Night Live when it's live, because there's nothing like it on television or YouTube. So as we wait for Miss Wanda and her technical difficulties, hey Jenna Jackson, what we need, let's get into Miss Wanda and Nell. So Miss Nell and her daughter, Miss Wanda's daughter Tisha, they've been having issues this season. And wait, I think Miss Wanda is here. Okay, I think Miss Wanda, you here?
Hey. Can y'all hear me?
Dear God.
I can hear you guys.
We can now,
okay,
Wanda.
Okay, we can see you now. Yeah, Wanda.
You look real good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's nice
How's
to
it
meet
going,
you,
Miss Wanda?
Everything going fine. I just got back in. What y'all was talking about? Y'all was talking about me?
You know we were. Miss Wanda. We couldn't wait to get with you tonight because you are a hot topic, and you have been since the minute that you graced those screens on Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Thank you, Destin.
You have, Miss Wanda. You know what you're called, darling? You're called polarizing. That's what people like you on TV are called, okay? Because you can't look away. You can't look away, Miss Wanda. So it's nice to have you here with us tonight.
Well, thank you, and I'm pleased to be here with you guys tonight.
And have you met? We have Blue Toulousma. Have you met Blue?
No. Hi, Blue.
Hello, Miss Wanda. It's so lovely to meet you. You're glowing today. You're glowing.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I had to look cute for Carlos.
Yeah.
True. He agrees. True.
And you have succeeded that. By the way, Miss Wanda, I have been using your seasoning.
That part
Miss
right
Wanda
there.
And Miss Wanda, do you remember where you told me to put my seasoning?
Put it on your meat. On your meat, okay? You remember that. So you know what I said. You know what I said once, I say it twice. Yeah, I remember exactly what I said. And it goes on your meat. The meat that you cook, Carlos.
Well, that explains my urgent care visit. Okay, so
don't get it twisted, Carlos. Don't get it twisted. It goes on the meat that you cook now, the one that you can eat after, not the one you put in and spit it back out. Okay.
Oh my heavens.
I ain't got nothing to say,
So
man.
y'all
I ain't
look
finna be cracking
X-rated
no.
over here.
I ain't
We
cracking
already
no
know
sex
that's
jokes with
X-rated.
nobody mama, man. I ain't doing that, man. I feel bad. I can't do it.
Okay.
I ain't
He
cracking no sex
grown
jokes
and
with
I am
nobody
grown. We
mama.
both
I ain't
grown.
doing that. Mm-mm.
Well, Miss Wanda, thank you so much. By the way, congratulations, Miss Wanda. Love and Marriage Huntsville has been nominated for NAACP Image
Yes.
Award.
Woo!
Yes.
Yes, yes,
Congratulations.
yes, yes, yes. So we're very happy to talk about that. And we're also very happy to bring in the beautiful Claudia Jordan.
Hey.
Well.
Hi,
Claudia.
Hey, Miss Wanda.
CJ.
How y'all
Hi.
doing? Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes, we
Yeah.
can.
Yes, can you hear us?
Yes. Let me just make sure this mic is okay. What's up? Hi. Hello. Let me put my mic on.
Hey, gorgeous. So before we get to Miss Wanda, we also have to give another congratulatory
Yes.
message to Claudia Jordan and Erica Cobb, whose podcast Accidentally Informed has also been nominated for NAACP Image Award.
Oh,
Yes.
What? I'm so
all
Yes,
right.
yes, yes.
Thank you. We just found out this morning. I had no idea we were even like being considered, looked at, or anything. And I got the news today, so I'll be putting a post up because we do depend on the vote. So we would love for the support of all the raindrops and everybody
Yes.
watching to throw a vote. And I'm trying
For
to be
both
like
of
Nelson
y'all.
when I grew up. And Carlos, you're nominated as well.
Yes,
So
yes, we talked
Yes.
about that too. Yes, and Dustin already has one
Oh,
on his
yes.
mantle.
Thank
Oh my
you,
So
y'all.
God.
listen,
winner.
we're good company.
Yo, I'm so
That's
happy for
amazing,
y'all, and I'm gonna be voting my ass off. Everybody that's watching this, please vote and encourage people you know to vote in both categories for both Accidentally Informed and Love and Marriage Huntsville. We got to bring them home, them trophies
Not
home,
sitting
y'all.
right.
So yes,
Yes. All right, so let's get into the hot topic of today. We have just witnessed Miss Wanda, who's experiencing a blackout. Miss Wanda, you okay, baby?
I am. I don't know what's going on over here. We ain't got no lightning and raining and all that y'all got there.
Did the light go off, Miss Wanda?
Did my light go off? Is it dark?
Yes, it's pitch black.
Oh,
Someone said
really?
the camera was turned up, but your audio is still on though.
Let me
We
see.
can
Can I
hear
turn
you,
back-
but we can't see you.
Hold on.
we will.
Could you see me now? No, that's the camera. Can you see me now?
Not yet.
Can you see us? Can you see us?
I can see you guys.
You can?
Yes.
Okay.
That's weird, but we want to see you. Okay.
Now she's
You're muted now.
Well,
The
we love
raindrops
you,
are getting their the raindrops are getting their entire life right now. They're laughing.
No, I was telling them there's something in the comments that they keep saying. I'm like, y'all are messy. But listen, let's get into while she comes back. So, team, my production team, whenever she's back and ready, just pop her back on the screen. Blue, what are your thoughts on people saying that Miss Wanda is fighting the battles of her daughter Tisha, who is a grown woman? We saw Miss Wanda and Miss Nell have a verbal altercation at the party.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's the case in this situation?
Yeah, absolutely. I will say this though. Yes, I didn't think that was like a Scooby-Doo mystery. I will say this though. If you watched His and Hers, have y'all watched His and Hers?
Yes. Don't spoil it for the raindrops.
For nobody else. For those of you who watched His and Hers, the finale will make you understand what I'm about to say. If you are somebody's mother and you care about them and you have that maternal instinct, you don't even have to be a biological mother. If you ever cared for someone like a parent or a guardian, you know that feral instinct to protect. So is she fighting her battles? Yes. And if I was her mama, I might too. So I don't want to be a hypocrite up here. So it's one of those things of you almost have to ask the child to tell their parent to pull it back because that instinct is going to always be the loudest thing in the room. It's not healthy, but I also very much understand it and get it, if that makes sense.
Right. Claudia, what do you think?
It's easy to say one thing when you're watching it, like we're home, right? But then when it's your real life, it's different. It's different. Like a lot of people do not keep it a buck when they commentate or when in the comments, I should say, when they watch. Oh, why she let her mama? Some mamas they're gonna do what they want to do. There's no letting. They're gonna do what they want to do. And also as a mom, I'm not a mom, but I mean, who knows how I would feel if I felt there was some injustice against my daughter, or I feel the way I feel.
She is.
So, hello, we see you now.
Thank you.
It's funny.
I hear you, Claudia. Come on with it, Claudia.
I'm saying, like, it's easy to like sit here and be like, she shouldn't do this and she shouldn't do that, but then there's that, and then there's real life. Some mamas is like, hey, you got smoke with my daughter, you got smoke with me, and I wish my mom had hands. There'd be a lot.
My mom has a machete. My mother has a machete, so Miss Wanda, you're not as bad as my mom. So I
Oh, well, that's good to hear.
Yes,
there's somebody else out there can get the fight too. So your mama is not as bad as me. Oh Lordy. Okay, I accept that.
No, you're kinder than her. She has weapons. You just have, you
I
have
do
words.
too. I do
Oh.
too. I got weapons too.
Oh, I stand
I
corrected.
gotta have something to bag this mouth up. I think they should shoot all this out of my mouth now without having nothing to bag it up.
Well, you've gathered me. I have no other commentary.
How's the feedback been to you? Like, what have you been seeing people saying about you?
Oh, girl. Well, I hear people saying that she's too old to be acting like this. I'm like, what age got to do with you taking up for your kids? Your kids gonna always be your kids, regardless. I don't care how old they get. They better not disrespect me. That's all I'm gonna say. They can get old as dudes. I don't care. So yeah, I done heard a lot of stuff. She messy. That can be a little true. But taking up for my daughter, like I said, back in the days, even when my mom left here, she was taking up for her kids. She had to fight for her kids. We had aunties used to always doubt us. We weren't gonna do this because we lived it in the projects. Okay. So yeah. So I had to fight for my baby all my life, and that's all three of them.
Do you
Even
think
to the girls right now, the ladies always say, my boys is mama's boys. They mama boys. So I mean, it ain't just Tisha.
Do you think she can't fight her own battles, or like, why do you feel like you have to do? Do you feel like she needs you to do it, or does she want you to do it, or does she say, "Mom, don't do it"?
No, I think Tisha can fight her own battle. I really truly do. I know she can. Tisha is a quiet one. She always has been a quiet person. She let people say so much to when it get down to when she got there. It take a long time before she just react. Somebody had to be able to do a lot to her. So even with me and Marceau say something not the way slick, and Tisha don't catch her right then and there, but I do, because I'm the catch up one. So I catch it right then and there, and I threw it right back at him.
You said she can or can't fight her own battles?
She can. Of course she can. I would never say that she cannot fight her own battles. Of course she can. I just like to jump in it.
So it's fun for you. It's fun.
Yes.
You're kind of with the shits. You're with the shits. You just want to get a little piece of the mess when she can handle, but you're like, nah, let me do it. Let me
do this. Let me do your dirty work.
Girl, Wanda.
So this is my thing, Miss Wanda. This is my thing, right? Because there's no secret that I'll cuss somebody out over every one of my co-hosts on this panel, right? I defend my people just like that. Okay. So I get it. My thing is though, Miss Wanda, after you've done it so many times, that has become all we've kind of seen from you on the show, right? To the point where a lot of the audience now feels like you the damn problem. They feel like when you come in the scene, they know you finna talk shit, stir a pot, whatever. But I understand that to be you stepping behind your daughter, and I'm gonna step behind my people the same way. The question I want to ask you though, because that's all we've seen, are there other ways that you want to show your love for your daughter on camera other than just being involved in confrontations behind defending her? Are there other things about your personality that you want to bring to the camera so that we can get to know more of you and more of how you love on your daughter other than you just being in a verbal confrontation with the women on the cast?
Yeah, I mean, Me and my daughter go places together. We do things together. I even had her working on a food truck. So,
Mhm.
and we do a lot of things together. We truly do. We go places. Me and Tisha's just like two peas in a pot. Okay.
Mhm.
A lot of people say, well, she tells you everything. No, she don't tells me everything. If she tells me everything, I'd probably be in jail by now. So she don't tells me everything. So yes, me and I'm I'm really a lovely person. I love to cook. I love to
Mhm.
enjoy grandkids, my kids. I am a family person, really. I'm truly am.
Mhm.
I don't like a whole lot of mess, but when it get down to it, when it get it, I have to just jump in it. But other than that, I mean, I'm a fun person. I like to be around a lot of fun people, you know. But
Mhm.
if you push me to the left, hey, I'm sorry. I got to come at you.
Miss
We
And
Wanda.
we
that's just
know
what
that
I
by
am. I'm
now,
sorry,
though. You
y'all.
know
I'm
what I'm saying?
sorry.
And we know that, and we respect it. We know Miss Wanda gonna get in that paint. But I like moments like when you were doing the red carpet at the '80s party at the gym. You got a chance to show your personality. You were cracking jokes and so much fun on that carpet, and you did your messy thing too. But ultimately, it was a view towards you having a great personality and being entertaining. And I just want you to always remember that that lane is there for you. You don't always have to be the pit bull to everything. You can also
True.
just show your personality, Miss Wanda, because I enjoyed watching you do that.
And I
Yeah.
enjoy doing stuff like that. I really,
Mm-hmm.
truly do. Everybody looked at me because they think that every time I'm on the show, I'm fussing with somebody about Letitia.
You are.
Somebody saying something about Letitia. That's not always so. I mean, it seems like it is, but it's
Yeah.
not where I really want to go. That's not what I
Mm-hmm.
really want to do. I really want to talk.
Damn.
See, the internet said not
It's like
today.
everything blanked out. Everybody blanked out, right?
No, baby.
Can y'all hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
We can hear you, but we
I
can't
don't
see
think
you,
they can hear
baby.
me. Can y'all hear me? I can't hear you
We hear you.
guys.
Go
You
ahead
can
and
hear
mute.
us. All right, we're gonna bring her.
That was a beautiful question, Dustin. I really appreciate that you asked that question because it's easy to become a
Thank
one-dimensional
you.
character.
I don't
It
want them
really
to do her like that, man. Miss Wanda, we know Miss Wanda gonna get you by her damn daughter. Okay.
yeah.
But there's other things there that I think are that have a lot of entertainment value. And I just want her to get some dignity and respect in those ways. Because what we've seen, Miss Wanda been on a war path since we met her. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I
I
just,
was about to ask her, does she drink dark liquor?
Oh,
yeah,
Claudia.
that I
Claudia.
definitely see.
That's dark liquor antics. Like,
Oh my God.
Martell.
right?
Which brands, Claudia? Martell, E&J.
Crown Royal, some good old whiskey.
Parmesan, for
Yes, like
sure. Yes.
listen,
God yanked Miss Wanda out before that question because
I was just about to ask because listen, we've all done it. Hennessy.
Yeah. I
Hennessy.
did it last night.
You
I
act way
love
different on
Hennessy.
dark liquor. Dark liquor make you want to fight. You know what I'm saying? And then
Hennessy?
yes.
Mhm.
Hennessy
then-
will make you
then-
lose your job.
And
Okay.
then the
yeah.
vodka, you do the white girl dance with the arms up in the air. Woo-hoo, you do
And
that.
she did that at the 80s party. Miss Wanda was
Yes.
getting down. Remember, she had the wardrobe malfunction. She
I'm
was
telling you,
down at
dark,
that party.
those are Miss Wanda. Those are, I want you to come back so I can ask you. Those are
I
dark liquor
think she's.
antics.
Let me talk to my production. I think I see her back. I think she's. You
Oh, here
good,
we
Miss
go.
There
Wanda?
she go.
I still
Claudia
can't
have.
hear you guys.
You can't hear us?
I can't hear.
Can you hear us, Miss Wanda? No, nothing.
Mic check.
No.
Oh man.
No.
I need to ask this question as a
All
journalist.
right. I'm gonna tell them to. I'm gonna tell them to fix with that to come back. So we'll make sure to ask that. So what I want to get into, because I know we're short on time, is this scene between Kimmy and Maurice. I really want to talk to you guys about as well, because it was a scene that divided a lot of people on social media. And by divided, I mean it was on the decline for my boy Maurice Jefferson Scott. So they're having a conversation. We know that throughout the course of the season that Kimmy and Maurice are in counseling. We had Maurice on last week, where you two did a great job, Claudia and Dustin, in terms of trying to extract information from him about who he is and shows up as a husband. Claudia did a wonderful job from the female's perspective. I want to start with Blue. When you saw the Kimmy and Maurice scene, What did you get from that?
It's my first day back. I'm gonna keep it cute. So I have a thing that I tell all my clients that if someone is more committed to being right than holding space for you to be safe, that's a red flag. And I also have a couple of clients who have had a couples counseling with their partner, and I would meet with them right afterwards to help them pinpoint all the ways that the spouse is trying to manipulate the therapist. This is a very common thing that we don't talk about enough. A lot of people will go to therapy trying to weaponize the therapist against their partner to get a third party to help them jump their partner to doing something that they want. I felt like we watched him unintentionally admit that he was hoping that they were going to counseling so that he would have some support in convincing her that his way made more sense than she thought. And the semantics back and forth, I would say once you rely on semantics, the compassion has left the room. The arguing back and forth about the word normal for way too long, right? That means you don't care how I feel. You want to nitpick my words because if I'm not perfect, it gives you a reason to dismiss my feelings. And it felt incredibly unsafe. I was proud of her for how she stood up for herself, how she self-advocated, how she pointed out the double standards and the hypocrisies in his argument. I do think, though, that when you're talking to anybody, man or woman, this is gender neutral, when you're talking to anybody who pretends that they want to come to a compromise with you, and the moment they realize that they're not all right and that they have something to learn, suddenly it's irreconcilable. That means you only showed up hoping to pull me into what you wanted. You never meant to meet me halfway. And so I found it manipulative, disappointing, emotionally immature. There was some gaslighting. It was dismissive. It was a grab bag of I think the fuck not. And it just, I was like, oh, girl, no.
Justin, I tried to have a serious face.
Another fail. Oh, fail again. It was an F. And yeah, that was the nice version, Carlos. It was an F. Yeah.
Claudia Jordan.
He don't like her, and she does not respect him anymore. She said things,
really?
1,000%. She is, I recognize that face because I've had it before. And Blue, you probably have had it before too. When you're like, I'm not attracted to you, your personality anymore. So therefore the coochie don't get wet for you. And I don't want to have sex with you anymore because when I first got with you, you was busy, you was building. And she emasculated him. She said, you and your soft hands. She's saying, I don't think you're a man anymore. I think you're a punk. You're not that man that's doing, you're not accomplishing things anymore. You're not doing things. And she used to get turned. She's trying to be nice. She's trying to be nice, but you can still, but still, he's like saying the thing he thinks he's supposed to say. Like those kind of men, ooh, those are hard to be with because you say nice things in public. So people say, well, he's doing the work. He's saying the things. He's saying the right things. But you got to look past that. They're both checked out in different ways. They're both. And I felt with her this time, she was saying stuff to me where it's like relationship ending, soft hands. You're not building anymore. I used to sit around with you and go with you on your jobs. You ain't doing that anymore. She doesn't look at him as a sexy, masculine, strong, productive man anymore. She don't like this new soft boy era he's in right now, which may give you more money. I don't really know, but they are both, to me, I was like, they need to just walk away. They both said things like he said, well, why'd you marry me? And then she was like, because you was building back then. To reduce your relationship to just that, you're over it. You don't care anymore. They both don't. They need to break up.
The puss is dry. The puss is dry. I can confirm. I know what a dry puss moment looks like as a woman.
It is definitely dry puss. And it's like, it's giving, if we don't have lube, we're not having sex because naturally you're not doing it for me anymore. Yeah. And once you can't get wet for your man anymore, sex feels like abuse. It feels like an assault. It hurts. Your thing is swollen next day. It's cool being swollen when it's banging ass sex that I was like, ooh, we just did a lot of time, but I liked it. But when it's a shove and you got to force it, oh my goodness. Please get off all the way the fuck off me right now. She's over it. That thing ain't, it's over. Dead look in the eye. Dead look. Agree. Both of them too, not just him and not just her, both.
But Claudia, can we admit that he seemed at first that he thought that he could almost guilt her into giving him more sex and that he clocked that her puss was dry. And that's when he shut down and said, well, never mind then. Yeah. A man can tell when he's not turning you on in the way that he used to. And a secure man who has language, just if it was Dustin would be like, well, what do I need to get it wet again? Right? There'd be a conversation. An insecure man will shut down.
Yeah, like they don't care. I think they're both checked out, honestly.
Yeah.
But you know, you're on a show now. You got all these responsibilities. You're linked up. You have business. You know, all this. It's hard to like just get out of that. But like when you look at how they were talking to each other, they both showed up being like, "Oh, it's gonna be a great date night." Yeah, it is. I was wondering, would that conversation be the same way if the cameras weren't rolling? I feel like no. I feel like that was a
Called him
TV.
a bitch. Yeah, sorry.
I feel like that was no. I think that was didn't it feel like a? It felt like a TV conversation. I feel like they were both saying what they would say on TV. I think in real life, Blue, you want to like role play with what how we really talk in real life? Who you want to
let's
be?
do it. I don't want my pussy to be dry, but sure, I'll be her.
I'll be dry pussy since they
Okay.
think that about me anyways. Okay.
Okay, and I'll be soft hands. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Hey yo, I know I don't do nothing but pick my nose, but I would like sex 6 times a day.
You would get sex 6 times a day if you fucking took the trash out, or if you were productive around this bitch. If you actually did something that gave man.
But I thought you loved me.
I love who you used to be like 8 years ago. I haven't felt that way in a long time, but since we got on this show, I got to act like it because, you know, whatever, it's a good check. And this was probably at the end of the road. Shout out to Boys and Men, but I'm sick of you. I can't get wet anymore. And that's why I don't want to have sex with you 5 times a day, because when I do it once, it hurts.
But the therapist said it's normal. They said it was normal that I want sex 6 times a day because I have no
Keep
emotions.
coming to therapy because we pay them $200 an hour. Don't you see, dummy? That's why your hand's soft. Ugh.
Soft hands, really? Soft hands?
Yes, and soft dick.
Wait. Time out. Flag on the play. What?
I'm not saying he has soft dick. I'm saying what she's probably saying to him.
Mhm.
Okay, I need to hear. Okay,
Thank you, Blue, for engaging. That was fine.
Thank you. The girls get it. The girls get it.
Okay.
Look
The
at her
girls
face,
get it. Okay. Clearly the girls are getting it. Now, more ways than one. I would like to hear from Dustin Ross. Dustin Ross, do you? I have never been so shocked at my own show.
Really?
Really?
What? That Shakespearean Sex in the City, Carrie Bradshaw, Mr. Big Conversation, you two role play is the most. I don't want to
There's
say.
resentment there. Didn't he want to still didn't want to have sex when she was going through the?
Hold on, Claudia. Hold, baby.
Get him again, girls.
I gotta hear from Dustin first, and then I'm gonna let y'all finish. Dustin Ross.
So shout out to my girls with their razor sharp improv skills. Okay.
Dustin,
hire my sisters. You know what I'm saying? Hire my sisters, they thespians.
Dustin, you see the comment?
Listen, see.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know which one I'm gonna
do. The boys do, please.
So what I will say is, right, we have watched this show. What season number is this, Carlos?
10,
right?
It's the NAACP nominated season.
Okay, and we have yet to see Kimmy break character when she's had tough conversations with her husband Maurice, right? We saw Kimmy get buck on Miss Nail. She's gotten loose in a couple other confrontations with some of her other castmates. But we've never seen Kimmy really be vicious or be like hurtful with her speech. We've always seen her be really intentional with her speech and the words she uses to talk to Maurice, even when they're talking about something as sensitive as their sex life. Even when we're talking about something as sensitive as their sex life, as it pertains to her cancer diagnosis, when she had to hear Maurice say some things that a lot of people deem tasteless, you know what I'm saying? She did not react, and she reacted in a way that held a view toward a solution, resolve toward them figuring out how to make things work, right? So I don't know if that conversation would have looked differently. I'm sure that people do have we all do have a different side than we present for public consumption, especially when we're talking about something as personal as what they were discussing at that table. But there's something there's a piece that's missing in the connection of Maurice, his thoughts, and what's actually going on in the moment. A lot of times he tries his best to illustrate a scenario that will convey whatever he's trying to express instead of just offering up direct speech, right? Or listening to direct speech. He will take what someone says to him and offer you, and then if you ask him if he understood what they said, he'll paint you a picture with words to illustrate the point that he was trying to make, as opposed to what they actually said. And I think that that's what's causing the blockage for him when it comes to him really getting the point. The thing about people like Kimmy, or what I've seen from her, just my years on this earth, people like that will wait until their tank gets absolutely full and then make whatever change they need to make to rectify or correct the situation. When a person has been speaking with a view toward correction the entire dialogue and they don't make any progress, they then feel inclined and implored to make a change. And my fear is that change is going to look like their marriage dissolving. And I don't think that it necessarily has to if Maurice just takes a beat and listens. We know that he is book smart. He graduated at the top of his class in law school. Maurice is valedictorian. He's from Michigan like me. So I know he got that hustle and get up and go in him. And I know that he understands the value of getting to the finish line with things. And so if he just zooms out and gets out of his feelings, niggas, we not by niggas, I mean men. Sometimes we have a problem looking at the bigger picture, as opposed to, like you said earlier, Blue, wanting to be proven right. So if he just would take a beat and listen to people when they tell him there's something you're missing here, man, and it can have some really fucked up consequences when it comes to your marriage, I think that they could work out, because Kimmy seems open to figuring out a solution. He has to make the change. So
I looked at her face this episode the first time. I thought I feel like she doesn't want it. I feel like she's checked out. I feel like she has one foot out. When she was talking like that, it was a little rough for a wife that would be, usually in a scene, like in front of people, you're a little softer towards your man. When cameras are there, you wouldn't say certain things, when she did. And I feel like with him, sometimes being so smart, like you're book smart, and then you think you can manipulate the other person by using flowery language that you don't probably really use in your real life. And it's not really I think it feels like he's performing when he says these things. Even when he was on the show last week, I don't think he's a jerk. I don't think he's an evil person. I don't. And I hope you don't think that I'm just being mean to you right now. But I just feel like even when he was giving examples, and the white refrigerator, when I was a child, like you're really around the block to talk about something that's right here. And it's like making things more complicated than they need to be is a diversion to me. Like, yo,
it's a name for that, by the way, guys.
She what?
No, I'm saying there's like what you guys are describing is when you have a high IQ, but a low EQ.
Emotional.
When someone has high intellect but low emotional intelligence, they quite literally are not equipped to delve that deep. But because they know they're smart, they're confused by their lack of being equipped. And so they try to think their feelings because they don't know how to feel their feelings and convey those feelings. They try to think those feelings and they intellectualize their feelings, and they end up talking in circles because it's not about the intellect, it's about the heart.
I felt last week when he was talking and he was giving us that big old dissertation on white refrigerators, I was glazing over, right? And I felt like he was saying all these things, waiting for us to be impressed, like, yeah, that makes sense. We can understand why you would, in fact, want to have sex 10 times a day now because of the white refrigerator. But really, it was like fake deep. Like it didn't hit. And she wants simple talk. And he's doing all this up here. She's like, look, let me just translate for the couple. Sir, I'm not turned on by you anymore because you're not doing the manly, massive things you used to do. And you're also talking all like flowery. Like she wants a real conversation. Right? To quote the great Carlos King. That's what she wants. She wants a real conversation. And he is performing for the cameras like, let me have this intellectual conversation that ain't hitting on nothing. She ain't feeling that. And she's already stressed the hell out because you're trying to mount this woman 3 or 4 times a day. If you were saying and moving the way she wanted to, she would want to have sex with you 3-4 times a day because she'd be turned on. She's not turned on by your personality anymore. And then she wasn't all the way keeping a buck in some of the things she was saying. I feel like she was kind of a little confused in what she was saying, or maybe not saying it all the way. There was a part I should have wrote it down because I know what? Let me just say it like this. She didn't get to the meat until she finally said, well, you ain't building stuff no more, really. And in the beginning, she was trying not to say that. I think that's what it was. She was kind of like not really getting to it. She finally got to a point in their conversation where she was like, fuck it, I'm tired of protecting his feelings. I'm gonna just say it. But
I'm
So
gonna ask
sorry.
you a question. Fellas, there's a thing that I talk about with women called the spirit of wetness. When a woman is that's what I call that's the name, y'all. Fix it. The spirit of wetness, audience, the spirit of wetness
That's like
is
a
what
Thank
female
you for
rap
my
album title.
the
I
spirit of
like
wetness.
it.
right.
No, the spirit of wetness
A
is
new
what
show on my
happens.
Patreon. The
Oh,
spirit
the
of
spirit of
wetness.
wetness.
Go
So
ahead.
Oh
it's
yeah.
basically what happens when a woman is aroused because she feels safe by a man's ability to protect her and their ecosystem. And she's
Mhm.
like, my man's not perfect, but I know he'll figure it out because he believes in himself, which means I can believe in him, right?
Mhm.
We tend to operate from a spirit of wetness because we can relax and be supple. Think about how somebody talks, a woman, I can't speak for the fellas when they're wet. Even if your partner pisses you off, if you're aroused, you're like, baby, stop, right? There's a certain level of suppleness because I still trust you and believe in you. You're just annoying me right now, but I still want you to fold me later. Yes? That comes from safety and security. When a man stops doing that and then starts pandering, suddenly it doesn't feel safe and secure in a man of vision. It feels like you're being basic and tap dancing for approval from others and that you're not as secure as I thought. That's when you start to dry up. Dry puss was a joke, but it's basically saying everything that made me feel supple and soft and wet for you because I trusted you to lead us. The less you lead, the less you build, figuratively and literally in this case. I'm now seeing the chinks in your armor that maybe you don't even know where you're taking us. And now the things that turned me on, I'm questioning and doubting, and I'm trying to fix it because subconsciously I'm thinking, please show me that you can course correct so I still have a reason to stay wet for you.
That's
And I
the part that I
sometimes
didn't get. That's the part that I didn't get because to me, like, yes, there's other details involved, and Kimmy did offer up the situation that illustrated one reason why she was no longer turned on by him, right? But that's the beat that he needs to catch, right? She's not turned on by you enough to have sex at a frequency that satisfies your needs. That's not a point that you can argue. There's nothing to debate about when someone says something like that to you rather. So to me, when you hear that, although she did say, yeah, you used to build stuff, and then you can go back and forth about why you do or don't, that's not the focus. The focus is she says she's not turned on by you. So you now focus on that and you talk about that. You receive it, first of all, and understand it to be true. And then you start talking about how y'all can create opportunities where she can. I felt like Maurice tried to argue with her about the fact that she wasn't turned on. And Kimmy, instead of just saying those words to him, offered up the not building thing, and she threw the dig of soft hands or whatever, which that happens. You're going to take some shots in a tense conversation if you're not all the way present, right? But they both needed to just talk about what the issue was as opposed to leaning on the distractions of the other shit that they introduced to the conversation. And
listen,
to
what you
me,
did.
what
You did
I
something
just was gonna say, like, the ultimate responsibility falls on Maurice, especially because the relationship models that we've seen displayed and presented on that show are ones that fall into the traditional pile, right? Where the guy is the lead and the guy is the head of the household or whatever. And I'm not here to argue whether that's right or wrong, but if that's what we doing, then that means that the onus of responsibility is on you, my nigga. Like, you the one who has to listen and take your feelings up out of it, because now's not the time to discuss those and come up with a solution. So that's all. And I really hope they can do that. I don't want them to break up.
No, not to do it. And listen, we're gonna see the rest of the season, but I want to bring back Miss Wanda to get her thoughts. I'm gonna let her go. We're gonna finish. That's okay. Miss Wanda, are you back? I got one last question for you, baby. Miss Wanda, are you here, child?
I am here.
Can you hear us? Okay.
I can.
Miss Wanda, were you able to see the scene that ended the episode with Kimmy and Maurice?
I did.
Okay. What are your thoughts on that, Miss Wanda? Being a woman of a particular age that has been married, you're still married, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
I am.
What are your thoughts and what you saw between Kimmy and Maurice?
I think that Maurice had went over the board as being the man that he should be. I mean, I think he tired of whatever going on between him and Kimmy trying to still stay in. She's She holding on to something that don't wants to be held on to. I mean, that's what I think. But I think that it can be worked out because who Kimmy is. And y'all know I love Maurice. I love Maurice. I think that he listened to a lot of things that I hear in the streets instead of keeping the shit in the house. He doing a lot of going backwards and forward about what's really going on in the streets. He listened to what's going. No, they always say reality TV break up family. Okay, so he's not. I don't think Maurice strong enough to handle what's really going on. That he hear that they. I mean, they've been talking about Maurice from day one. That he wasn't this, he wasn't that. And I think that right there putting a big toll on their marriage. And Kimmy, she wants to be strong, but she's the Lincoln Wink.
That's that
Yeah,
brown
I
liquor.
like
Miss
Kimmy.
Wanda, do you drink brown liquor or light liquor? I have to ask you because I have a theory here, and I think you were with the brown. I think you
I
like.
am. I love me
Mhm.
some.
You like Crown Apple? What you like, Crown Apple? What you like?
What?
Henny?
Okay.
Who is that, Miss Wanda? Who is that with you tonight?
That's my cousin. That's my cousin. Tell him hey. Tell him hey.
What up,
hello,
cuz?
Happy New Year.
What
Hey,
up,
Carlos,
cuz?
I
Oh, that's a
love you,
brown.
man.
Yes.
Hey,
How you
Bernard.
doing?
Hey, Miss
Bernard.
Wanda, we gotta do that tea stuff with you. Hey, Claudia, I love
Hi.
you. I love you. Hey, listen,
you.
Happy New Year to you guys. I'm here in Birmingham. I'm coming to Huntsville. I'm coming to where we live. Hey, Carlos, look at the footage with everything you got going on with Ready to Love in Detroit. I'm Darius' homeboy, like in
Okay,
Detroit.
I will.
So listen, I want you to let Wanda know how to get in touch with me and you to put something together.
Okay.
Me, you, and Claudia. And I like him. I like him. I like your friend over there. I forgot your name, big
That's
homie.
Dustin.
That's right.
My name Dustin.
Sir,
That's
sir,
it.
do
Hey,
you like
Mr.
dark
Ross, I
brown
gotta
liquor?
salute you.
Do
So
you like brown
I gotta
liquor or light
salute you.
liquor?
Hey, Ross. Hey,
Before you
she
go.
got a crazy cousin that do that. What you said, yeah.
Yeah.
I was him. They had me on a few episodes from years
I
ago.
remember you now.
When
I
Carlos
remember
first
you
started
now.
the show.
Yep,
Hey,
I
Carlos.
remember you.
Hey, I'm
Yes,
sorry,
sir.
man.
I
I
couldn't
love
even
you, man.
have.
Help me out. Hey, get with. Hey, I know you're not a real gatekeeper, man. Come on, we gonna do it better
No,
than Andy Cohen, man. I love you, man. That's who I am. Hey, I'm the
I love
crazy
you,
cousin
Bernard.
from Detroit. You remember that?
I remember
now.
you, Bernard. You are unforgettable. Thank you, Miss Wanda. Thank you,
Thank you.
Bernard, for a
Thank you,
great
Miss
surprise.
Wanda.
I love you guys so much, and
The
congratulations
brown
on the
liquor.
nomination.
Love y'all.
Brown
Claudia,
liquor. The
Brown
brown
liquor.
the brown liquor. The brown monkey shoulder. I had a little today, so hey,
Yep.
Me,
Thank you.
it was the last minute call.
It's all good.
Listen,
Ah,
I
this
know.
show is
I know
so
these things.
unhinged.
Listen,
Carlos,
What
before
are
we pivot, can I just highlight? Dustin said something so impactful before the brown liquor took over. If there are any men or women who date men or men who date men who are trying to figure out what it looks like when you're dating a leader, I know your future, Dustin, so I'm not going to glaze you too much.
Thank
The
you.
fact that he was able to listen to everything that me and Claudia said and acknowledge it, and then immediately on the fly come up with a way to lead. That's exactly what it would have taken for this marriage to be recuperated. A man who wants to lead you properly has to first know how to acknowledge and listen. And without acknowledgement, there's no safety. So until he acknowledges her lived experience, I don't think they stand a chance in hell.
I also think
Well-
he doesn't want to have sex with her 3 or 4 times a day. He wants to just have sex 3 or 4 times a day. Like
Mm.
whatever. There's a difference between I want to have you all those times because he ain't listen. They ain't listen. He ain't listen. They like this.
Well, with the return of the rest of the season of Love and Marriage Huntsville returns March 7th, Raindrops, and we will see the continuation of what's to come between Kimmy and Maurice Scott, in addition to the reunion as well. And we get a chance to see if Claudia and Blue are right. Now,
Good season
on
finale. Good finale,
to
Loves.
I think she'll be
thank you
having
so
a
much,
hot
brother. I
girl
love
summer
you.
next
Thank you,
summer.
man. Thank
Okay.
you. All right, so we're going. Okay, hey, Raindrop. So check this out. We got Blue Telusma, Claudia Jordan, and Dustin Ross. We are going to recap the latest episode of the Real Housewives of Potomac. But first, we do have some breaking news that occurred over the weekend that I want to update Claudia, Dustin, and Blue on before we get into Potomac. Our hot topic of the day, guys, Kandi Burruss has filed an addendum to the divorce between her and Todd Tucker. All right, Kandi Burruss filed and claims that she has been paying all expenses for their 2 minor children, including childcare, school costs, activities, medical care, and daily needs. She alleges that Todd Tucker has not contributed financially despite having multiple income sources, and claims he has traveled overseas for vacations since the divorce was filed. The motion also accuses Todd of not regularly exercising parenting time despite social media posts portraying daily daycare, and alleges he interfered with Kandi's holiday parenting time during Christmas. Kandi is also asking for child support. That happened on January 8th filing. So remember, guys, how Kandi wanted to provide all confidentiality with this case and pretty much want the case to be sealed so that they can protect the confidentiality. Todd's attorney responded to that and objected it. Todd's attorney filed a motion objecting to seal the what's going on with the divorce and to keep it confidential. He does not want this to be confidential and has said that Kandi has incessantly discussed this divorce with various media outlets while her husband has refrained from it. They're also accusing Kandi's team of speaking to reporters, including People Magazine, where People Magazine had a source say to them that Kandi allegedly found out that Todd was talking to other women unbeknownst to her. Starting off with Claudia Jordan, what are your thoughts on this recent filing that happened?
Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to be neat. It was going to get messy. Immediately when people started chiming in on this, it was just going to be a matter of time. So he's paid nothing. He spent no money out of his own money, and he has multiple streams of income. That's what the report says, right?
So just so I want to make sure I get everything accurate. In the January 8th filing, Kandi has claimed that she has been paying for all of the expenses for their 2 minor children, including childcare, school costs, activities, medical care, and daily needs. And what I also want to add too is Kandi did, I believe it was an Amazon Live, if I'm not mistaken, and she did say on the live that Todd wanted to do something with the kids on Christmas. And she said, well, if that's what you're doing, I'm doing it too. And she had to join on his decision.
I think Kandi's in a hard position. She really is. I think she was trying to keep it cute and keep it classy. And then people started talking, and then she started kind of getting demonized and villainized a little bit. And I would do the same exact thing. I'm defending my honor because I did that before and didn't say anything. And when you don't, you get dragged. And when you do, you get dragged. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to clear our name. And I'm not mad at her releasing this, because what kind of husband allows you to put, even if she makes my money, why are you not contributing to your children? And don't do all this daddy daycare. I'm such a great father. If you're not paying, great fathers pay for school. Great fathers put in for the expenses, even if the woman makes more. Because if you don't, now it's giving sugar mama. Like men would accuse a woman that just sat there and just siphoned money off a man. That's not cute. And I'm not mad at this. I'm sure for Kandi to do this and to make these statements, she was highly frustrated and up to here, because Kandi kind of keeps things close to the vest. She don't really be out there being messy like that about her household. So I think a lot more stuff is going to come out now. That's what it's giving. It's giving tip of the iceberg. Oh, you want to get cute? You doing little underhanded stuff? I bet you a lot of little stuff is little things, little shots being fired, little subs. And she's sick of the shit. And she's like, okay, let's go. Let's run it. That's what I think. It sucks, but I never believed that this is going to be a neat and clean divorce it's when the woman especially is more successful and the man is not, and people are speaking on it, and he was seeing all that, and then she was kind of taking the L's at first. Oh yeah, it was bound to explode.
Dustin Ross, then I'll get to Blue.
Yeah, I'm with Claudia on this one. I hate the fact that things are going into such a seedy place between the two of them, and I don't think that it is fueled by Kandi and her volition. I think that Kandi has already she's demonstrated multiple times by even suggesting that the filings be kept sealed, right? I think that public opinion is all Todd has per what they filed in court. Kandi has already said she was footing the bill for everything financially. All Todd has now is an opportunity to cling on to what the public thinks of him based on some Instagram posts. We got to do better, people. Like, we got to think a little bit more critically, and we have to be less swayed by surface level demonstrations of shit. Think about it. Kandi Burruss is a fucking celebrity. Okay. She was on Bravo for years. Prior to that, she was already made. Okay. Of course, and she's also currently starring on Broadway in & Juliet, which means that she has something to talk about in the press. And of course, when she goes on these press tours to promote the things that she's working on, they're going to ask her about the divorce. So to me, it was I'm not an attorney, so maybe I'm speaking out of turn here, but it seemed like a lazy swipe to make to me that, oh, she's been talking to everybody about the divorce and I haven't said anything. No one's really tapped your shoulder, Todd, outside of messy, gossipy, internet ass blogs and shit, I'm sure, to get a quote or an interview. We haven't seen him sit on anybody's couch, be on anybody's talk show with something to promote. And according to what Kandi put out, Todd's not working. And honestly, I believe that may be why I assume, or I don't think it's unreasonable to suggest that may be one of the catalysts for them getting a damn divorce. Is Todd not getting up off his ass and working? You know, he appeared to be spearheading the restaurant arm of their business portfolio. We know that they produced a film together that was successful on Peacock, and then he just released a movie independently called Don't Bring Your Man to Atlanta that was doing screenings. But other than that, and his collaborative projects producing on Broadway with Kandi, right, which we know he was an extension of her participation in those opportunities. What has Todd done? And I'm a person I'm hard on niggas that were married to women that were on the Real Housewives of Atlanta for years and were a huge part of their storyline and never did anything with it. To me, if your wife is in the forefront and you are being grandfathered into a television platform weekly for all of those years, you as a person who is a self-proclaimed entrepreneur should have been gotten off your ass and spearheaded several projects and created the motion that you should have with that opportunity. So I think it's lazy. I hate to see it. I can tell that Kandi didn't want shit to get messy and dirty like this. And I hope it doesn't backfire in his face, because we still technically do not know why they're getting a divorce. And I feel like that's going to fall in his lap if he continues this kind of shit.
Which is why it's interesting, because in Blue, I'm going to read some more and then I'm going to get your thoughts on it. But to Dustin's point, which is why it's interesting, because you raised a very good point. They have yet to disclose what brought on this divorce, right? She wants to keep it confidential. He doesn't. That alone is a little bit interesting, right? Because listen, people are assuming, she didn't say this, he didn't say it. People are assuming that obviously he cheated. That's what they're assuming, right? If that is the case, one would question, okay, why wouldn't she want the world to know that so she could feel vindicated? She wants to keep it confidential. But with that being said, is it something that she did that he wants the world to know because he wants to feel vindicated? So I do, to your point, Dustin, when we look at the facts of the situation, I read everything as well. And in regards to
damn,
what's happening?
Carlos's internet is his connection getting messed up.
Another scheme that Todd set up. He's messing with the internet right now.
hold on, child. Hold on.
While you do that, let me make this one point as well. I think that play on Todd's behalf to have things unsealed, if he is trying to get any information released to the public, watch, mark my words, y'all. If anything starts leaking out or shit starts coming out that is detrimental to Kandi or her reputation, I guarantee you it's not going to be directly related to the cause of their divorce. It's going to be subsidiary shit that's just going to be released in an attempt to make people look at her differently, but it's not going to be like Kandi cheated on me and that's why we're getting a divorce. And that, to me, that distinction, it messages intention. You know what I'm saying? So I think that he can leave that door open if he wants, but once we find out the reason for the divorce, I assume that is reasonably, I say that it's gonna fall on his lap.
Also, like it's a good play to say, oh, I want things out there, you know, to make you think that he's the innocent one, but also think about it like this: Kandi is the celebrity. She is the star. She's the one that he has, like, it's like arguing with the blogger, right? Not that he's on the level of blogger. He's definitely higher than just someone that just reports on other people, right? It's like arguing with them. Like, they get more out of it no matter what. Like, of course they want it out there. Like, they get more content. They get more relevance. They get more currency. She has Broadway productions, movies, all these huge deals. Of course she want to keep it more. Like, that doesn't necessarily mean that she was out there being, you know, like being bad or whatever. Yeah,
that's the point I was gonna make, is that, like,
is my Wi-Fi back, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, you're back.
Okay, sorry. So the thing is this: when I go on this website to read the document, it's a lot of ad blockers. So Blue, because I want to read the rest of it, because I like to make sure I read everything, because you know how people are online, child, when it comes
unless
to.
you're a journalist.
You're a journalist.
Hi, Portia. Okay, and Claudia. Now look, Kandi said in this document that Todd is a self-employed entrepreneur who can provide support for the kids. She said he does not pay the mortgage or expenses in their marital home. And in the document, she also stated that Todd does not exercise parenting time with the minor children on a significant basis, despite the facade of his 2 to 3 minute social media videos that chronicles daddy daycare on his social media platforms. Last but not least, in regards to the holidays, the quote that is in the actual document stated that specifically during the recent Christmas holiday break, Todd attempted to prohibit the children from traveling to New York to visit Kandi, even though she had previously incurred costs of travel for the children and provided Todd with significant notice of her intent to exercise parenting time during the children's designated holiday break. The journalist reached out to Todd and his attorney for comment. Randy Kessler said that they would rather the requested relief appears aimed at selectively restricting public access in order to control the narrative of a dispute that Kandi herself has chosen to make public, and that they will not respond publicly to what's going on. Everything will be in the filings of the court. Blue.
Okay, that was heavy. When I think of Todd and Kandi, when they first got together and things were good, because it's easy to forget when things are good, when things are like this. The phrase, and I'm about to do, anybody who knows Destiny's Child knows what I'm about to say right now. There was a line in Destiny's Child that's so, oh, look at Carlos, he sat up. There's a line in Destiny's Child that is so obscure where Beyonce says, "You so fine, I want to buy you a short set." That's how Kandi's always looked at Todd. When you have that mindset about a man, your instinct, even when you're mad at him, is to protect him, right? Mm-hmm. I sincerely, from the depths of my toes, believe that whatever Kandi is trying to keep private is in some way protecting Todd, and that he's working against his best interest. Now, why is he working against his best interest? That's where Claudia and Dustin's point comes in. If the same Beyonce who said, "You so fine, I want to buy you a short set," was, let's say, in the comment section, and she responded to one of her trolls, what would be the first thing the troll would say? "Oh my God, Beyonce responded to me." Yes? Right? Using that analogy, right? They'd be like, "Oh my God, she responded to me." There is a thing that happens with men, like the kind of man I'm starting to suspect that Todd might be, and the documents keep proving me right. He thinks that I was here, and everybody, especially your mama, said you were here, right? The hypothesis was, at some point, to Dustin's point, I should be able to figure out how to close that gap. But when I failed for 14 years and can't close the gap of coming up, my next recourse to my fragile little ego is to try to drag you down. And I think that Todd is annoyed that even after he played in her face, allegedly, they're getting divorced and all that's happening, that she remains so stoic, and he is annoyed that he still, after doing whatever he did allegedly, can't pull her down. And this all feels like a lazy, entitled, basic, even if it's against his best interest, ploy to pull Kandi in the mud, even if it's his dirt. That has always been my hypothesis of, it's not that I believe Kandi did anything that she's embarrassed by. I feel like Kandi, and I'm a tourist like Kandi, so this is why I'm saying this. Whatever she might have done that could be salacious, she'd be like, yeah, I did that shit, now what?
100%.
She would be upset if we knew her tea. She's still private though, right? I think he wants her to come in the mud so that he has something to engage with. Because as long as she is saying, of course me and Todd can be friends. I saw a clip. Of course me and Todd can be friends after divorce. I would hope. Don't have me up here lying. We all saw that clip, right? Yeah, me and Todd are going to raise the kids. As long as you remain Kandi D. Burris and remain up here, that gap remains. But if I keep on digging and weaponizing the children and saying they can't see you on Christmas, I'm hoping I'll make your voice shake like it does when you talk to Phaedra, and finally get you to start doing that wobbly thing when I pull you down because you want to fight in the mud with me. I think he's holding her like a troll. Sometimes your ex is your biggest op.
A lot of times they are. And I also think he is making her pay for what the internet is saying.
Absolutely.
And it's like, she wasn't even saying, like, and I get it's irritating. You're like, it's because of you and your fans. But I think he's putting a little stank on it because he's mad about what the public is saying and how he's looking. But he had to have seen this coming from the beginning. Again, since, like you said, Dustin, that he didn't use that time with her to elevate himself more. He could have bossed up. Like, there's people that got married to people that were status-wise higher than them, and then they bossed up. I'll give an example. One of my dearest friends, Tracy Edmonds, she did not waste her time being married to Babyface, just being a pretty arm with a successful man. She started a production company. She got acts out there, movies, TV shows, all kind of things, where now, you know, we'll see a Babyface concert. Absolutely. He's still a legend, but like, she has respect on her own right, and she did not waste her time. She didn't waste her time. And she doesn't lead with like, oh, I'm Babyface's ex. She's like, I'm Tracy Edmonds and I work and I produce shows, and stayed humble at that. She never says anything negative about Babyface. She never does any of that. And she'll continue to be successful. And I think Todd should try to take a page, if he could, from the great Tracy Edmonds book, because look how she leveraged her opportunity.
Well, what's going to happen is, so Kandi filed this on January 8th, which is, of course, 4 days ago. Kyle, Lord Jesus, Todd specifically, his attorneys only responded to the confidentiality. Todd's attorney has yet to comment in terms of a legal filing, responding to the claims that Kandi has said on January 8th. Look, I think for all of us, this is a very sad situation. I think everybody had high hopes because the divorce announcement appeared to be amicable. A lot of us had our suspicion about this may get messy. And I think this latest filing is showing us, unfortunately, it's going to get, unfortunately, dirty. Based on it's because the thing is this: you have to respond to these motions, and I want the world to know that I went to Ebony K. Williams University. So,
hey, Ebony.
Hey, Ebony. So the thing is this: when someone files a response legally, you have to respond back. So when you see Kandi and Todd go back and forth, just know they have to respond to each other, or you will be in default of the motion, and the motion can go into the favor of the person filed. So hopefully you guys understand that, unlike understanding Colorado and Potomac. So let's get into a mercurial moment of the Real Housewives of Potomac. Claudia, Dustin, and Blue. Are y'all ready?
Oh, I watched the episode.
I'm at the guest house 35 miles north, so it's gonna take me an hour to get here.
With no water.
With no water. Doing a whole bath.
That was crazy. That sewage,
you know what's so interesting? I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get into the how the episode opened up. I will say this. I appreciated the producers of Potomac
Yeah.
showcasing and breaking the fourth wall about how these trips work, right?
Mhm,
Because of
mhm.
course, I think all of us, right? Claudia, me and you included, me a producer, you a reality star, in terms of being like, now wait a second, guys. It's not like Angel purchased and paid for all of this. So what they did do that I thought was very smart, the production had Monique Samuels
Mhm.
highlight that look, on these cash trips, production finds the location. However, and they pay for it. However, if it's the person's trip, in this case, Angels, she said we do have input, which is true on how things are, what and input in terms of the experience we want it to be. So I thought that was very interesting to note. First and
That made me
foremost.
sad. That made me sad, Carlos, when she said that. It made me sad because I realized that we have gotten to a different place as a viewing audience. I miss
Oh.
I
Mhm.
miss
Yeah.
the mystery of that piece. I miss believing that the ladies on the show actually paid for those trips. I hate the fact that we have gotten so motherfucking nosy as a viewing audience and so sleuthing. We've become so addicted to sleuthing that now we have to be privy to that sort of information. It just made me sad when Monique said that, because I was like, at first I was like you, like, damn, that's dope that production let her break the fourth wall. And then I was like, damn, that's fucked up. Production had to let her break the fourth wall so that the story would make sense to the viewers, because we didn't dig in so goddamn much. That's
So
all. Go
So
ahead,
with that
Lola.
being said, I mean, I was irritated with Angel and how this whole thing went. And then I'm like, well, did production do that shadiness of putting the house 35 miles away, or was she in on it? Did they do that? Because that would be good producing, right?
Well, that's the thing. I think this. I think what happened was, listen, it's not like Colorado where Angel stays have a lot of surrounding places that can fit Southern housewives, right? I don't know for a fact, based on Monique's confessional bite, one will assume that Angel had approval and suggested the house, because what does happen, and this is true, if you're going to someone's territory, in this case, the producer is going to Colorado, Angel, as she has said, she has Wonderland, she has all these things. She would have the opportunity to suggest things based on Angel's concern. I got the feeling that Angel approved the house. She allegedly suggested it, and in Angel's defense, no one could have known the water would be an issue. So I don't think she should be blamed for that. Oh, Dustin,
No,
you disagree?
let me be clear before we start talking about this tonight.
Okay.
I am not.
Make
I
sure
don't
you're
think,
mindful, Dustin. Be mindful.
right. Because I don't want them to go anyway. I don't think that the things that were wrong with the trip were Angel's fault on this trip, right? I think that this trip just exposed the fact that Angel's lifestyle, the way that she lives her life, is just obtuse of the rest of the cast of women that she's with. Ending the event at 7:30 p.m. and expecting the night to just be over and people go to sleep and get up. We out of town on a motherfucking trip filming a TV show. Who in the fuck is going to end an event at 7:30 and be done with the night and go to sleep and you thank you for being intentional with our time? You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's going to do that. So that being said, I don't think there's anything wrong with the life that Angel built for herself and her family in Colorado.
No.
That wellness centered lifestyle shit is beautiful when people love that and are about that. You know what I'm saying? But that just does not mesh well with the intention of the Real Housewives of Potomac as we've known it to be, right? I think it's and I know people took issue with like Angel and them introducing their friends that was sitting outside. I was watching it like, because I think I've like abandoned ship of expecting like a connection between Angel and the cast, right? But Angel as a separate entity, I watch. I told y'all last week, I watch a show about Wonderland Outfitters and rich black people coming to enjoy that. I'm interested in that man that's moving them $1 billion fucking accounts, and when Angel said not M's, B's. That black wealth out in Colorado, you know what I'm saying? That's a thing that if packaged correctly can be interesting to audiences that want to watch.
But you need interesting people to
spearhead it.
watch.
Yeah.
And I want to hear from the girls. I will say this. Those men, I don't know you guys, those men to me, and this is as a gay black man myself, I was raised that when a woman is being introduced to you, you get up and you shake her hand or you do something. I thought those men, albeit successful, amazing, and I'm proud of you, brothers, the attitude and funk that they had towards those women, as if y'all should be happy to be in our presence because we run shit in Colorado. I thought it was very unbecoming of these well-to-do men to give these ladies their asses to kiss. Now, look, we'll get to Bobby in a second because I understand Bobby's temperature based on him being Angel's husband. Yeah. But no excuses for those three accomplished black men to treat those women that way. I thought I was so turned off by it. And the idea that they should, you have these beautiful single women, Giselle Bryant, Ashley Darby, Monique Samuels,
Kiana Stewart.
Well, I said single, Dustin, but you know,
he heard you, Carlos. Sorry.
Don't do it. Don't do Greg. Don't do Greg.
I'm at the bit for this part. My response.
Yes, I just thought like, yes, you got all the money and y'all are handsome guys, but that
not
alone
them.
To me,
fuck them.
Huh?
Fuck them.
No.
They were poor examples of that.
Yeah, they were there as planted ops. They were there, right, Blue? They were not there to meet beautiful ladies. They were not there to engage. They were not there to welcome them to their home. They were there because Angel and her man had a conversation and said, I got these bitches coming to my house and pay them dust. Don't kiss their ass. Giselle has done this to me and Ashley has done this to me. And you read it down. And when they got there, there's no reason for them guys, them niggas, that's what I'm calling them because that's how they was behaving. You don't act like that when camera's running and ladies, you at least say, hey, ladies, how you doing? To just sit there and if it's production that just cut their reactions, then I'm sorry. But I'm going to say it like this. It was so disgusting how he was just sitting there with the cigar and they kept going back. They were told to be assholes to these women and they did it on camera. So y'all deserve all the smoke. And then Angel, you brought those guys there to flex on these girls with the B to show you guys think I'm broke. I'm going to show you heifers. I'm putting you guys in a house that has sewage and I'm going to bring these guys away and I'm flexing on y'all. So
Angel's a fraud. She's a fraud. She's a fraud. She's a fraud. Angel's a fraud. Angel's a fraud. I'm sorry. She's a fraud.
That was so fake. It was.
Well, what do y'all want though, right? If they've been calling her broke all this time and shit or whatever, y'all been wanting her to wake up, so you say, right?
Yeah.
And then she does bring those plans because I agree they had piss poor attitudes, right? But that's what they've been asking for. They want Angel to wake up and do something back and get them back or whatever. So if that was her way of doing that, then we don't have to like it, but that's what it was. And I don't think it's fair to say that she was wrong for doing that when that's what all of them people that have been asking for that have been asking for. I give up because I think she's interesting in another space, but not here. But there are people who have been waiting for her to do that. Bring her rich friends and show them what she's working with. So y'all don't want it? What's going on?
It felt fake. It felt fake. And I think because it's so late in the game, it's like episode 13 you doing this, right? And now I just felt like it was an interesting episode. I ain't gonna lie. This was, to me, it was a very entertaining episode. So yeah, it was, but I don't like her now. You know, and maybe that's a good thing because not everybody on the reality show is supposed to be liked. You know, I'm sure there's people that don't like a lot of us, so a lot of them, you know what I mean? So yeah, it was an interesting episode, but I felt like to me, a better flex would just I would have had all those girls in rooms like the ones in my house, and I'd be like, now fucking talk. Because I'll flex on you like that. But putting you in a house that's ghetto over there and then having the other ones I like in a nice house, she could have flexed on them for real with like taking like, she should have went higher, not lower. because it didn't make it for me. Because all I'm hearing about you when we're in DC, Potomac, is how upper class, how you're this, you're that, and the third. I would have had them come where they would be like, well, I gotta shut the fuck up now. I can't say nothing about it. But like it was
That's
beneath
the thing,
her.
though. She think this is what I want y'all to get. That's what she thinks she did. Exactly what you're saying.
But that's
It
why
just
she's a fraud,
missed.
though.
It didn't land because it's.
That's why she's a fraud. Because here's the thing: it's a fashion show with no fashions. How are you a host who can't host? Wonderland is a hosting business.
Yeah.
The hell, you're a
yeah.
fraud. A better thing would have been if I invited you and I'm a host. To Claudia's point, was to run circles around you to show that I've always been her.
Circles.
I just weren't paying attention. What you're showing me is now I don't even think Wonderland is real. I think the whole thing's a scam. I now think that Angel is the liar that we keep on calling Stacey. Because for you to put in that much effort and fail that royally, I'm going to say this. Number one, I think it was a petty lick back. I think even though the producers have some say, I think she intentionally wasn't as helpful as she would have been if she was trying to impress Giselle when she thought Giselle liked her, right?
Yep.
So I think number one, she weaponized incompetence. That's not the producers, that's Angel. So anybody I saw in the comments, it's not Angel's fault. You spelled it's her fault wrong. It's her fault, baby. Cap locks, it's her fault. Angel sabotaged that on purpose, okay? Number two, you bring Tia's follower ass with you because you're excited that Tia and Stacey, the queen that she is, have fallen out. I'm on to you for that too. You want frick frack in the third? Nobody's falling for that. You're making Tia's stock go down, actually. So Tia runs.
Yes, I used to like Tia, but this episode was whack.
She sabotaged the whole thing. It's a fraud. I'm so sorry, but a true person who cultivates experiences, even when they cannot stand you, they want you to gag on their opulence. And when she had those men, what it felt like to me is when a girl who thinks that she's that girl finds out that she's cornier than she thinks. Because I keep on telling you, Angel's finding out she's lame in real time on television. They're going to get their cousins to come beat you up because they're chicken shit in real life. She brought those dusty cigar smelling men with their little Beijing edges to come on that show and intimidate them girls.
As a former Beijing edge king.
You had them dusty Beijing niggas on the show to intimidate them girls.
Carlos, you let it go like they should have. Like, I don't think
I wish it had rained. I wish it had rained so the black could have smeared down their faces and revealed her for the fraud that she was. I am sorry. Fashion show with no fashions. Dustin, the show that you're saying, she would actually have to be good at her job to do the show. So that can't happen. Yes, that can't happen. And they found a property close to her for 8 people that she herself has
in
the
that
same
car.
Wi-Fi. Angel doesn't have a special Wi-Fi. She has the same Wi-Fi. She's a fraud. She's a fraud. She's a fraud. She's a fraud. And this episode, I was rooting for Angel because honestly, Angel, we're built a little similar, okay? But my bras pull up. But we're built similar. So I was like, oh, you're going to have a sexy, thick stack on the show with a sexy husband. I was here for it, okay? I'm devastated that she's this dusty in real life. So the fact that she was going to go to Colorado, I said, Blue, the one time that Angel might make you feel good is she's going to be a host in the way that because she also talked like Maya Angelou, Still I Rise in Colorado, yes? So why the fuck are we looking at a house full of rooms that are in millennial gray? How are you a host who doesn't know that that's like 3 fucking seasons ago? Girl, everything is late. Everything is late.
I will say this.
I liked her house, but I just thought that she was lame what she did. I just thought it gave so corny. I'm sorry, Carlos, but I like this episode. It was entertaining, but she's corny.
No, I want to ask you that because I Claudia says something and Blue says something and Dustin says something. So I want to like figure out one question to ask this.
For Carlos.
No, it's fine. No, this is good. The thing is this. I actually was on Angel's side this entire episode. And I'm not saying my mind has changed. But one thing that is interesting as a thought is for a woman's career to be, I curate experiences.
Where they at?
If that is the one thing that you say, I do this well, I do think yes, it would have been nice for the world to be like, y'all can say what y'all want about her. When it comes to this event and what she can curate, she's the best we've seen since Ken Lee on Beverly Hills Housewives. So I do think it was a missed opportunity. And right now made me think of that. The other thing that I want to ask the 3 of you, something Claudia said, I didn't think about this until Claudia said it. Dustin, do you think Angel intentionally made sure that these housewives had a bad experience in the game of I'm going to be a petty reality star?
She said it. She said it. She put them in that house. She put Giselle and them down in the basement in those rooms with the twin. When she admitted that she in that car with Glee, right? When she was in that car and she said, well, I will let you in on the secret. Their accommodations might not be as nice as yours. Then when she did that, right? That was her letting you know that she intentionally, had put them in there in that house. And it wasn't just those rooms were in that house. So of course it was intentional. You see Giselle pulled them up out of there and got them at the 4 seasons. You know what I'm saying? So like that was very easy to do. Yes, it was intentional and she said it. So it's not even like she tried to be low key with it. I don't think she intended. I believe she was sincere when she said that she didn't want the water to run out on them. You know what I'm saying? That's a little bit far. But like she still had them out there fetching water. It was well water. So they had to turn a sub pump on and do all that other shit and get a pail and hike back, you know what I'm saying, and light a kettle and all that shit they had to do to get the water working. Like that was intentional. It was. But my thing is, why are people getting mad at her for doing all that when that's what y'all asses claim y'all wanted to see from her?
I think that's a good point. I think that, but listen, I was with you until Blue clocked it in terms of that's like, okay, listen, this is a horrible example, but follow me. That's like me. I call myself the king of reality television.
You are.
And that's like someone, thank you, Dustin. That's like someone saying, Carlos, we're giving an opportunity to do something with Dustin, Blue, and Claudia in the reality space. And I have the opportunity to show you guys in the world what I do, but I'm mad at you guys for a couple of weeks. And in the game of petty, I'd rather be petty and give good television than flip it and say, I'm going to show you girls exactly what I do. And I'm going to do it well so that I can earn the respect that I deserve because you guys have been so disrespectful. Yeah. Tonight is the first time I thought that by watching this episode because I was with you, Dustin, like, Angel, cook, get them, got them, girl, like yes.
I don't feel like that. I'm just acknowledging that some people do. I don't feel like Steven went to the microwave. Like, no. But I'm just saying. All I'm saying is, for the sake of the conversation, right? Although it was not our choice from a perspective of like style, right? It wasn't our choice the way that she did it. That's how she did it. And so I don't really have an expectation level of a more savvy execution or a more, a more genius plan that's well thought out to really illustrate to these women that, y'all had me fucked up and my lifestyle fucked up. I didn't expect an aha moment. You know what I mean? Because I feel like the opportunities have already been given to have that moment. So I just don't know why people mad now when that's what y'all wanted her ass to do in the first place.
I won't say mad, and I will say this. I will acknowledge, yes, we have been a little mean to Angel. I'm going to go ahead and say that. Or I'll say I have been, okay?
I don't think I'm going to stop you. I don't no. Because I don't want you to own it. You're not being mean. You are a NAACP Image Award nominated host,
this
right?
Is true, but still I fall short sometimes.
Yes, who's watching a show and giving your opinion. Now, look, this is no shade. You've been mean to other people. I'm teasing.
I have. I have. You're right. You know why? You know what makes me be mean to people? When it's fake. When they're fake. When you're pretending to be a Christian and you're not. When you pretend to be a good wife and you're a whore.
Or a host. When you pretend to be a host
and you're
of curated events in Colorado.
And I will say this. Okay, you won't let me take the brunt of saying I'm mean, but I will say Angel 100% has been ganged up on and treated shittily on this show. It's a lot of it is because of her. But she has been ganged up on. First they did it with Stacey, but Stacey was Teflon, let it roll off her back, and she recovered. So then all the smoke went to Angel, and I will acknowledge that. Yes, we have been hard on her. Yes, we've been asking for her to wake it up. I think if this attitude came earlier, it would have been a lot easier to get on board and cheerlead and be like, yes, girl, get them back. Because trust me, those girls do deserve some get back from how they were to her. They do.
Yeah.
But I think because it took so long, it's almost like
Claudia, no.
It's giving fame.
Claudia, if it happened in week 1, you would have the exact same reaction because you would have a lukewarm reception of it because it wasn't impressive, darling. It just wasn't impressive. So it doesn't matter that the timeline. She should have done something by now. So you're actually right that by episode 13, they coming to get her now. You hear them sirens? They should have by episode 13. We should have had something to work with. But the point that I'm making, and then I'm done. Like, even if she had done this stuff in episode 1, it would have been a dud. So we still would have been unimpressed and underwhelmed. This is what I mean when I say that there's nothing wrong with her personality and her brand of stuff just does not fit with what the program is to be on the Real Housewives of any damn city. Honestly, it just does not work. That's it. So it don't matter when she did it. What she did was underwhelming.
I just want to
episode was entertaining though to me. I mean,
for the word fraud, I really want to make sure that I double click on that because some people in the comments, mind you, I'm looking at the comments because I find them funny right now. I want to say this. I'm not apologizing for anything. So I love that Claudia did because I'm not going to. I meant it more than I'm actually saying.
I'm trying to be better in 2026 because I'm not every 2 weeks.
I meant it hard, and Claudia, I appreciate that. So let me explain to you why I'm never going to apologize for what I said.
The Academy would like me to do that.
Yeah, so Angel says every single episode, I want us to get closer to the point where in the last episode, they made a montage of it.
Yeah.
If someone that you have beef with, and this is why the EQ coach in me won't let me apologize because I think I'm being too nice, actually. If you have someone repeatedly play victim, even though they're being dogpiled in the softest way in Potomac history. This is the softest hazing I have ever seen in the history of the show. They are going so soft on her that the fact that you have it the least worst of everybody, but are crying the most, that's Karen behavior, number one, and not Huger either. Legend. Secondly, if they're doing a montage in the last episode of you constantly saying, I want to get closer, I want to get closer, I want to get closer. And all the girls, even Ashley Forehead Darby says, you know what, let's see what she got. Let's see what she got. And they let their guard down. And then you admit to the camera, I'm going to get my lick back. You're a liar. You're a fraud. And you're also showing that you're underestimating how manipulative you two have been. And you're underestimating the fact that they're trying to meet you someplace. And so I'm sorry. I think Angel is a fraud because to use a trip where these women have left their families and their children to be in your
probably happy to do that, but you go ahead because your point.
They've left their they've left their families and their children to be under your care. And you are intentionally weaponizing it as a time to get your lick back. Not to Carlos's point, not realizing that you're undermining your own brand, you mental giant. Worst time ever. What you're doing is you're showing is you care more about the petty than you do about all the I'm so stoic, expeditiously. You're showing that you are a fraud because the woman that you're pretending to be would have cared more about making her business look good than getting a look back at yourself and not wanting to let you.
That's true.
All right, so shifting gears, I want to bring up this topic too, guys. When I say to y'all, and I'm sure all three of y'all saw it, and raindrops in the comments, please cook. This was shockingly to me because when I watched it, I had feelings, but I didn't know that social media was going to run with this. Monique Samuels is back on the show as a friend to the show. Monique has made statements in this episode and in past episodes that when she looks at Angel's dynamic with her husband, Bobby, she sees similarities from her marriage that she had with Chris Samuels. When Angel was, like Dustin said earlier, telling the girls like, hey, so at 7:30, bye pretty much. And the girls like, we want to hang out till midnight. She said till midnight, and Angel's like till midnight. Well, I have to ask Bobby because I don't think he signed up to watch the kids and put them to bed for the second round of the day. And Monique said, girl, he's a daddy, he can do it. And baby Angel gave very much the hand, literally the hand. And the girls went back. Hi, Jazzy. Jazzy went back and told Angel what Monique said in the car that, she pretty much sees a lot of what she went through with Chris in Angel and Bobby, and that she sees it. Social media felt that Monique was projecting her own experience with Chris onto Angel and Bobby. and they don't feel like Angel and Bobby have demonstrated anything Monique have went through. I want to start with Blue. Blue, do you think Monique is projecting onto Angel, or do you think Monique is being a good girlfriend, saying like, I lived it, I see the signs, and sis, I'm trying to warn you?
Okay, this is the part where I have to tell the audience I'm a Gemini rising, so I can pivot. I'm 100% on Angel's side on this one point. I'm 100% on Angel's side. I'm 100%. I know everything I just said is still true. And the one thing that I will never desecrate or disrespect is a woman's desire to protect her man and her family. And for you to make such a loaded statement so early, that's the kind of thing that you note the first time it happens, like, a ping. And then you wait to see how the rest of it evolves before you say it out loud, because you understand that once you say it, you can't unring that bell. I think it was irresponsible of Monique to make a statement like that. I love the way that Bobby has responded since. I love that Angel, her backbone that we love so much when she's talking to people that she trusts, that's the place that I'm happy it showed up. Not too much at my house. For you to be doing this at my house while my husband's a couple of feet away, I think Monique was inappropriate. I love the way that Angel actually did sincerely stand up for her man. It actually made me love them as a couple more, even though I'm still not a fan of Angel on the show. When they were on Watch What Happened Live, her husband said, I have my wife's back 100%. I'm going to be there for her. It made me be like, Bobby, that's a good man, Savannah. So one thing I will say, I will shoot some bail because people, contain multitudes, right? I think Angel is flailing as a housewife. And I still also believe that from what I've seen, she has a beautiful marriage, and that Monique, I think, saw that Angel was down because of the house situation, and it made her emboldened to say something that she would not like being said about her. So on that case, I'm 100% team Angel when it comes to her and Bobby and that statement and what Monique knew it would create. Monique's not stupid. She knew it would create a moment.
Dustin?
So I'm very happy that Monique is back on the cast. It's interesting seeing her back in the mix, and I think she added a lot of energy that this season needed. That being said, the parallels of Angel in her debut season and Monique in her debut season are uncanny, right? Multiple homes. You was the rich one. Monique was introduced to the cast as the rich one. She had the money. We met her. She kicked off her housewife's career by letting Giselle's ass know, I actually have 4 homes. Yeah, that established her as the one with the money. Now we got Angel, who they trying to call broke, which was utterly ridiculous to me, right? And she's not my favorite person on the cast, so I'm just keeping it real. There might be some jealousy there. Monique's whole life is different. You know what I'm saying? Monique she has said she's all new. Her thinking has been made over. Her approach to life is over. She's in a different home now, which is still very nice, but it's a different home, all that shit. So maybe, I don't know, maybe she came back in here and saw what Angel could have done with the positioning that she had and got a little intimidated and also wanted to make some good TV. But I'm with Blue. Some shit you just keep to yourself. Because honestly, Monique don't even know Angel like that. To be even commenting on something as serious as that or comparing her shit to Angel shit, Monique wasn't even honest about the things that she's now very forthcoming about that she alleges were going on in her marriage. She was waving her ring and putting on the Ritz for us as far as her marriage was concerned. So I thought she was really, really out of line saying that shit about Angel. You know what I'm saying? And once again, we got a delayed reaction from Angel because she was in the car talking about what she gonna do whenever she get around to saying whatever she gonna say back to Monique. You know what I'm saying? But that being said, I felt like Monique was wrong, and I fuck with Monique. I'm glad she back on the show, but I feel like she was way out of line. Way out of line.
Claudia?
I'm gonna go a little bit left of what y'all saying. I agree with some things. I will say that I don't think Monique was trying to be evil. I think she just was a little loose-lipped, and I've been guilty of being like that myself. Where if I see something, I might say, "Oh, I could see that because that's similar to what I went through." And I don't know if she was being evil. She is also on a reality show where they gotta say something. They're in a car, the cameras. All right, hey, y'all have a conversation about, oh, girl, what you think? So I just never know, like, what is really because you're on a show and you're kind of being pushed a little bit because that does happen, right? You gotta like say something. And she may think that, and she has the right to have an opinion. Doesn't mean she's right, though. She could be dead ass wrong. And I'm glad that Bobby has stepped up for Angel. I do think I think she has the strongest relationship of anyone on the show. 1,000%. She's got a handsome husband. got bread. He has her back. No matter what we think about her, yo, that man loves her, and I gotta give her nothing but respect and credit for that, because that's hard to keep a man's attention for years these days, especially with how whorish these people are. He has his wife's back, and he loves his wife. So yeah, she has a and you know, think about it. That event they had where he didn't want to show up, I didn't want to come. When we remember that when he had an
Yeah.
She has there has been some things that have happened to give Monique a little bit of ammunition. Did she go left? Yes, she did a little bit more, but that's a we thing. She can say what she wants, but guess what? Bobby shut that shit down by showing up for his wife. And that's what we want to see in a show, right? If Monique didn't do anything, we probably would have said it was boring. So, you know.
I agree with Claudia. Now let's get to the Bobby conversation, right? Get the fuck out of my face with the conversation about Bobby acting like he don't want to fuck with the show. What do y'all want, right? If he has too much of an opinion, then he's in women's business and he shouldn't even give a fuck about the show. But when he's like, yo, we'll get there when we get there, I'm only coming because I'm supporting my wife, and he is showing up. He is being present in the scene. He don't need to be over there like other people. I'm not going to name no names, but I could. He don't need to be over there like other people's husbands, all in the mix. All in, not Peter. I wasn't even wrong show, but
this show, who doesn't show actually they want to be there.
But I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? Right. I'm not mad at a husband that is showing up, but not really getting involved in all in the shit, because the first thing y'all gonna say is, oh, he's sassy. Y'all already tried to say horrible things about him because he sat in a lawn chair with his leg crossed. You know what I'm saying? We can't do nothing in this motherfucker. So miss me with the Bobby dialogue. That man take care of his goddamn family. He got them living good, and he's showing up enough for his wife to be able to hold her flute on this show. I hate the fact that people, well, he ain't act like he want to be there. If he would have, you motherfuckers would have said he was in women's business and all the other ignorant ass shit, homophobic things that y'all say all the time.
Sassy.
Yes, that's all of that bullshit. So if he ain't in it, leave him over there where he's at.
He gives a version of Oakley, Charles Oakley, like, you know what? I'm showing up. You won't mess with that. You will not mess. I may not be all enthusiastic and doing cartwheels in the scene because I don't have to. I'm not under contract. My wife is. I'm gonna have her back when it counts, and I like that. I think again, Angel, as much as we're hard on you, it's because you actually had the potential to be the greatest, like a good one. You have the good-looking husband, a new baby, wealth, 36 acres. You have all the things. So I think that's why we spend so much time with you, because damn, we were waiting for you to pop off, and we were
rooting for you, Angel. We were rooting for you.
We were, and 100%. I think that's why it's frustrating. I think if you didn't have any of those things, we would have spent maybe 30 seconds talking about you. So please take it as constructive criticism. I know it can come off a bit harsh, and I will be the first one to say we have been. And the girls have been very harsh on you as well. There may be some jealousy there. You do have a handsome, wealthy husband that is present. Okay, that comes with that, baby girl, and you got to know that. I know when I go certain places, bitches gonna be hating because I look good, got natural titties, natural ass, skin is skinny, and teeth are beautiful, no veneers, none of that shit. I know you can't stand me, and you need to go in there next season if you come back with that same energy. I know why y'all can't stand me.
She ain't gonna have it. She don't have it. You got that naturally. That's not her personality.
Well, I tried. Shit, goddamn it! I tried as a NAACP award-winning nominee. I try to uplift my community on this show. I'm sorry.
No, I'll say this, and I'm gonna get blue. I'm gonna read the super chats. I know we're running late, but I'll say this. I agree with 1,000% of everything Dustin said. I said it from day one. Bobby is only doing this show for his wife.
Yeah.
And I strongly believe that Angel has sacrificed a lot to be a wag. A lot. And I think Angel, rightfully so, is saying it's not my turn. It's not my turn. And one of the most beautiful things that no one talked about, which to me was a missed opportunity, was to see this big black man hold his baby. You know, when she was showing the girls and he was holding the baby, like it was moments like that where I was like, this man is a team player. Unless you know what it's like to be in a relationship where both parties love each other. he doesn't like this show because she goes home and they pillow talk. He doesn't like these girls because they go home and pillow talk.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for him, he's looking like, why am I wasting money? You're not making any money doing the show. Because she isn't. She's a first season housewife. She's not making no money.
No.
As a man, he's like, you're not making any money. If anything, I'm spending money for you to be on the show. These girls don't like you. I don't understand why you want to continue to film with them. And he's bothered by this experience. I watched What Happens Live last night. Bobby looked like he wanted to be anywhere else in the world, but even there. He doesn't, in my opinion, I don't think Bobby likes none of this at all. But what I will say in his defense, he loves his woman.
Exactly.
And I think Angel, look, Angel, and this is, I feel bad for Angel because Angel got her husband to be on board to follow a dream of hers, and it did not turn out the way she thought. And unfortunately, she now will have to go back and start from square one in terms of figuring out what else she can do where her husband can say, I support this. Not saying he's done supporting her, but it's unfortunate that the one thing that she thought was going to work out for her that he was on board with did not.
I don't think she's pressed. I don't know.
I disagree. I think she is pressed. I think she's pressed because listen, when I say this, I'm being kind because y'all gotta stop taking every word like it's a bad word. No woman who decides to join reality television ultimately does not want that to work out for the long run.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Especially an established show. When I watch her interview with Angela Yee, I watched her virtual reality interview, and she looked amazing. I watched What Happens Live last night. Angel, you look gorgeous head to toe. Angel, unfortunately, like most, and Claudia, I would love to hear from you. I'm gonna wrap it up. Angel, like most girls, season one, she got it too late.
Yep.
She got it too late. And Dustin, in terms of I listened to what Angel has said. Angel has said, I'm not gonna mock her. Angel has said, I did not know these girls were saying these things about me until I watched the show. Had I known, y'all would have gotten a very different response. These are words she said, but she said it. I think Angel is like, I'm just saying.
I'm sorry, because I don't want to interrupt you at all. So please.
Oh no. I was gonna say I think Angel wants to come back. I think Angel.
She said she has.
She said
she's already said. They said, "Would you come back?" And she said, "I'm not gonna let these girls run me off." So she's confirmed that she wants to come back.
And she confirmed last night on Watch What Happens Live, Claudia, Dustin, and Blue, that they have closed on a house in Potomac.
When I had her on the show, I was like saying, like, you know, would you want to come back? And she was very defensive. She's like, oh, they're not running me off. I think she has something to prove to the world. Yes. Like, she wants to be like, even if she hates what it feels like, they don't need the money. Her man probably doesn't want to do it. It's probably annoying. I think she has something to prove even now, more now than ever. Like, I expect her to come in next season with the same energy she had on this episode. She's gonna think that's the way to do it. But I hope she listens. I know we gave her some tough medicine tonight, but come with spunk. But the way you went with these guys, you gotta stunt. They respect money, they respect status. They like you, like doing these little antics and putting someone in a dirty bathroom or a raggedy house. That makes you
being giddy about it. I'm gonna put them in the basement. Like it was like
at the airport when she was like with the hat and and she knew. I can't wait to tell the other girls that I like that I'm about to do these girls dirty and put them 35 miles away and all. That was corny. That's not the way. Okay, you did it. I'm glad you showed some spunk. But if you really want to get to them, level up. Leveling up always wins. Be that girl where no one can deny it. They might not like some of the stuff you say, but they'll be like, yay, she really got it. Because a lot of girls on the shows don't really have it. Like, we know that, right? So she should level up and stop with the pre-thought, the corny shit. Like drop the corny shit and like.
Can I say one last thing before we wrap
Final
up?
comment of the night goes to Blue.
Oh, that's a lot of pressure. No, I'm going to say this. This is something that I want to say to the audience. I'm still not going to apologize. I meant it. Were we harsh? Yes. Were we inaccurate? No. And I think, because as I was listening to Dustin and Carlos and Claudia talk, I was like, Blue, what is the source of your frustration, right? Even though the Tyra Banks, I was rooting for you meme keeps popping in my head, because I do feel like Tyra right now. The issue that I have now realized with Angel, for me personally, this is Blue Telusma, she could have been a GOAT. We all in here have said in one degree or another about all the missed opportunities where she could have been a GOAT, right?
Yes,
and
we
imagine
have.
when you're watching an actual GOAT like Serena Williams playing a tennis match and she's having an off game. When you watch somebody with this much talent, potential, ecosystem, whatever, have a rough moment, you see them get frustrated, they scream real loud, and then they shake it off and they pivot. Imagine if instead we were watching Serena Williams constantly crying and getting her head and psyching herself out and never bouncing back from that one moment. The reason why Angel is so frustrating is she took one fumble, and rather than take accountability for how she co-created it, she decided to write the coattails of victimhood the entire rest of the season. And now I'm watching her constantly feel and act like a victim rather than taking her power back. And it's not fun watching that. And so for me, if I ever saw Angel say, forget the stunning for a second, you know what? I watched the show back and I realized it wasn't actually fair that I was constantly mad at Wendy when it was Giselle who called me a catfish. It actually didn't make sense that I was constantly having real conversations with other people while smiling and being fake and telling these girls I wanted to get close to them when whole time I was waiting for them to take whole baths in the woods, right? I'm realizing that even though my feelings were valid, that there were missed opportunities. And I'm going to go to these girls next year and be like, you know what? Y'all got me. I was sensitive. I was breastfeeding. It could have been the blame it on the hormones, okay? It could have been the hormones, but a bitch is back.
Which is a possibility. She
Without-
probably
Yeah, but she denied it
without
to
that
you.
acknowledgement,
Yeah.
unless
Yeah.
Angel acknowledges what
Yeah.
she fumbled, we will never be able to fully trust her because the victim will always come back. So, Angel, if you really want to get on everybody's good side, because some of us are rooting for you more than you believe, even Dustin, admit the L and pivot. Admit the L and
Go
pivot.
ahead, Dustin. Right. Yeah. Dustin's like, no, we're admiring it. So look, I'm with Claudia. I really enjoyed this episode. It was really, really, really good. They did tape their reunion. Final thoughts from Dustin, Claudia, and Blue. What were your thoughts on the seating chart of Stacey and Wendy having first chair?
Perfection.
Absolutely.
Perfection.
Living for it.
They got that right. You know, a lot of people wanted us to talk about Tia. I know we got to go, but Tia was disappointing this episode. The way she switched on over, I was like, oh my God.
I got it. Tia fake as hell. Tia been
Yes,
fake from
yes,
day
yes.
one. She showed her ass. She showed her ass when she came to that pool with Stacey and Timo. When she came over there being fake, fishing for information, got right in the car, got on the phone, giddy and excited to lick up behind Giselle and run to her with some information to get some brownie points. Tia is fake. That's why Stacey ate her up at that reasonably shady party. And Stacey also ate her up at the table when they were at out in Angel's pasture in Colorado.
You irked my spirit. You irked my spirit.
And Stacey tore her up. Tia fake as hell, and it is what it is. I don't think I don't know her, so of course it's not personal. But as far as who she is on the cast, she's fake and messy. And that's
I didn't think she was such a follower, but this episode really showed. I'm like, wait, I didn't know you were so close up. Like, and I think
Well, no, it's what somebody said to me on Threads. Shout out to Ash Nick 917. When Carlos King said all of the Potomac girls want the approval / to be friends with Giselle, I was skeptical. But this season, absolutely. Giselle is in control of the girls. He was right. The power dynamic has been clear this entire season. It was less obvious to me with Karen on the cast. I think what you guys are saying about Tia, I don't know Tia. I like Tia. I want Tia back next season. Yeah. I agree with you guys. I think, listen, there is something, and I'm just saying this as a viewer. I don't know anything. There is something about Giselle that some of these girls, they just want to be on her team. It's painfully obvious. honestly.
Yeah.
I want
And I
Tia
think
back
Tia-
next season too. I want her back.
Yeah,
next
and I like Tia, but I
Mhm.
definitely see y'all point when it comes to Tia. And Stacey did eat her up, child. No shade.
And I
Um,
like Tia only. I mean, it's not been a lot of episodes where we saw that, but it was very painfully obvious in this one because we liked her before, but there was a couple of things we were like, but this episode, she really let the chopper sing on this one with the fakeness. Like I was like, come on, girl, nah, don't be doing all that. Like the way she switched up, and that was so whack to have a girls trip in all those miles apart. I would have went home. I would have left.
Yeah.
I would have been like, I don't need to be in this dirty ass Airbnb. I would have left and booked my own place, or I would have left.
Well, apparently that's what's going to happen in the next week's episode. So, all right, I'm gonna read the super chats. By the way, we have close to 5,200 people
What's
join
up, y'all?
this
Thank you
live
for watching.
tonight.
How y'all doing?
We love you guys. Thank y'all so much. All right, these super chats. Brace yourselves.
Well,
Johnny.
oh my God! I wasn't expecting. Okay.
Johnny Daniel and Dustin loves a tight end. Shout out to the Patreon.
You just saying that because I got a football jersey on, Johnny.
But who doesn't though? But who doesn't like a tight end?
I like a wide receiver.
I bet you do.
Only loose ends I like is the music group. That's it.
Hanging on a string.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Dustin, I love you so much.
We just told our age. Anybody who's laughing.
Yes, we did. Okay.
Oh, we definitely told our age.
Okay.
All right. We got Helena D 1604. Carlos, please get Candace on an episode of your Traders Reviews. I love that show.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
I like her.
Johnny Daniel 5837. Simon turned her camera off. Oh, Wanda. Okay. Monique Jackson 977. I don't care how old I am. My mama gonna step behind me. Okay. We got Rick Kim Lee, not Ian J Shenanigans. That's for you, Claudia, the Brown. Also for Claudia, Leah M. If it's brown, put it down.
I told you they was on that Brown and Homeboy with the hat. They was on that. They was drinking Brown before they got on the show for sure. I love it.
During the show.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Joyce Parker. Joyce Parker 3412 says Claudia clocked that relationship with Kimmy Maurice back on Fox Soul.
And
that
she
is, you did have them on. Forgot about that. You did. Leah also said, Blue and Claudia, I am crying.
At our acting, I think. Our acting.
Felicia Baxter. God damn, the role play though. See Murder, Jordan, Blue Facts. Not like the hashtags.
Jordan.
We got Felicia Baxter again. So is Maurice the super smart version of
Eeyore?
Be nice.
Eeyore.
Be nice. Be nice. Thank you, Ms. Rowe. Question for Claudia. Arseny X wants to know, would you ever do Traders? You'll be great.
Yes, she would be great.
Would be great.
Wow.
You would be. You would be.
TT. Oh, by the way, Carlos, I turned down Traders, and it's the biggest L of my entire life. My friends are they dared me to tell y'all this because
why did you turn it down? When? What year?
It was 2021, and I applied for the Circle, and the producer said we want you to do Traders instead, and I didn't know what it was, and I turned it down, and I have not.
Damn.
Season 1 when that won the Emmy.
You'll be good on Traders too.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's the biggest L of my life. They don't do civilians anymore. It's fine. But Claudia, you'd be amazing.
No, I think they are because I just sent them. Well, I just saw something with casting. I know some of the people at the NBC, and I think I saw something that they are. It's not just.
Well, they're doing a new series that's going to air actually on NBC and not on Peacock like the Traders, and that one is going to be casted full of like people who are not celebrities.
Yes. So Blue, email them back, baby.
Okay.
Shit, seriously. TT Meth 2CY. I would have had them outside in the shed. They think she's broke anyway. He's talking about Potomac.
Wow.
No joy here. Petty Betty, act classy. If you are what you say. LC 619, Claudia, apologize. You are fair and a girl's girl. Don't go out like this. You're my girl. Claudia apologized.
Wait, what are they
Apologize
saying?
for what?
Apologize. Don't apologize. Claudia,
No, I think it's when you said you apologize, and I was like, you shouldn't, and they're saying that you should because you are fair and a girl's girl.
Oh, I tried.
But she also did anyway, guys. She run it. She should have flexed on them with a great experience, but even if she had, they would have found things to complain and attack. So F them.
That's true.
We got Yvette Boy 8751. Angel is fake as hell. She tried to play those women and look crazy. She has a bad attitude from the beginning.
Damn.
Dustin, shut
Carlos's rendition.
She fake as hell.
I had to read it the way it said. Andrea Yvonne Mines. Angel fed right into those Bobby aggressive allegations by having those men there to intimidate the ladies. It was a bad look.
One thing has nothing to do with the other. That was a reach, but go ahead.
Yes. Neil Jackson, 3973. I think Angel told Bobby what Monique said at lunch, and Bobby somehow called Chris.
Ooh.
That's wow.
Damn, and Stacey getting all the blame. And what if it wasn't?
Oh,
business.
Neil Jackson may have cracked the case.
Now that's a super chat. Okay.
That's a super chat, yeah.
Because they are friends, right? They cool, right?
Mentors and mentees, very close.
That's good. Okay. Leah M. Hey, Leah again. Without the Candace fight, Monique had nothing to come back to. That's why she also flip-flopped on Stacey. Her changes are what's fake. She's the same.
So that was somebody who was obviously on Candace's side in season 5.
There again. Yep.
And Dustin, 99 Brushes is on your side. Dustin's so
up,
fine. He sounds like he talks you through it. Oh,
I can't. Carlos, why you choose this one? Talk you through it is wild.
Oh, talk you through it. You know he does.
Tonight's show is hot.
Relax,
Welcome.
breathe. I know he says that.
Not breathe.
Let me tell you something. I got 99 problems, but a brush ain't one. Okay, so thank you, 99 Brushes, for your comment. We appreciate it.
Okay.
Tonight's show is hot. Welcome back, Blue.
Yes.
Okay. She run it too again. Two things can be true at the same time. Monique wasn't being malicious or messy, but it was still inappropriate to make comments about Bobby within
Good point.
earshot.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Miss J 9891. Angel, it's a job. Sorry,
Angel.
love. Don't sell out your family for a check. Wrong show for her. Okay. Helena 1604. Bobby said Angel already has in real life what the rest of these women on the show play like they have. He said that on Watch What Happens.
He did.
Live. Lauren MM 476. Can y'all talk about how everyone tries to suck up to Giselle, trying to be the next Green Eye Bandit, like no one would ever be the Robin to Giselle? Well, that's why we made the comment that I read on Thread. So yes. Iana W. Don't read the chats. They was doing the most. We love Blue.
I don't care. Keep talking. Don't let the smoke.
Nobody cares. Thank you, Precious.
Thank you, Precious.
Misty Lee Real Estate. Angel would have flourished without K.
On what planet?
We love Kay.
On what planet?
Flourish is a stretch.
Yeah. Ooh, not fumble, baby. Not fumble.
Dustin, Leah wanted you to know that she's on the side of words, not violence, and she loves you.
I love you too. I don't know what you're talking about, but I love you too, though.
All right, so Raindrops. My Married to Medicine recap is on Patreon with Dr. Heavenly. Check that out. And tomorrow, Claudia, because Claudia always asks, I am dropping an exclusive one-on-one interview.
We can't wait.
And let's just say, some may call this person a traitor. We just never know. All right, that's it. Claudia and Blue.
Really?
Is there anything you guys want to promote before I let y'all go?
I need y'all to go
tomorrow at 12 o'clock noon Eastern is when I'm dropping the exclusive interview. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Claudia.
Please go to. I'm about to post on my story. If I could please get your vote for the Image Award. I'd love to win it for Accidentally Informed. It would mean the world to me. And Erica Cobb really worked really hard in her team, and she does all the heavy lifting. That's on Wednesdays, also on YouTube. So please check us out. And I'm trying to stay out of trouble lately. I'm trying, but some people try to draw me back in. But I'm trying to be. I'm trying something new this year. But I'm also on Demon Time, so I feel like I'm a Gemini right now. Want to be good and bad at the same time.
Dustin, look who they said it is.
Cookie. Oh God, Cookie. Jesus wept. I have one quick thing that I do want to plug. My Black business has flourished so much that I'm going to shut it down in 2 days to regroup. I can't keep up with orders, but if you do, I'm keeping it a buck. We family.
Okay.
If you do want to order before we shut down, it's bluecentricshop.com. We sell intention candles and spiritual baths. So if you are someone who's into that, I highly recommend a spiritual bath in 2026. Go to Blue Centric Shop before the 15th because we have 2 more days. But yeah, thank you to everybody who's already made my life and my dreams come true through that respect.
What a great problem to have, Blue. Congratulations.
Yes,
Many orders.
bro.
Yeah.
That is true. Dustin Ross.
You know me. I don't need no introduction and shit. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah.
So you can catch me back here Monday night, and then Wednesdays. We're still on break with my podcast, The Friend Zone, but we come back next week. Our audience of over 10 years, by the way, who I love, and some of whom are raindrops. They know that we always take the last 2 weeks of December and the first 2 weeks of January off every year. So we come back next week, new sit, a lot of upgrades. Just make sure y'all back. If you fuck with the Friend Zone, I'll see you next week. Yeah, that's it.
Send Asante my love. Asante.
I definitely will. I
definitely
will. Thank you for thinking of them. I will.
All right. Love you, raindrops. We will see you guys next Monday. Same bat time, same bat station. Love you, Claudia. Love you, Blue. Love you, Dustin.
Love y'all.
Love you, raindrops.
Great show.
All right. See y'all. Bye.